Curse is alive and well, guys. The Curse is absolutely alive and well. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to one of our Slant Alpha adventures, and boy, is it going to be a crazy one tonight. I really thought this was going to be kind of more of a routine thing. Let us kind of recap. And thank you very much, Jet Pilot Cinnamon, by the way, for checking in for the super duper all caps multi-message catchphrase. Thanks for coming in today. He says, "Yeah, I almost didn't." Not because I didn't want to. And for the cheer bits as well. Thank you so much. The Catalina Curse is alive and well, guys. Let's recap. 2 years ago, around this time, I put on the show schedule a theme flight out to Lover's Cove on Catalina Island in Southern California. Lover's Cove is a little resort marine area down there. It's right there near Casino Point, which, by the way, is not a gambling location. It's a gathering location of the Avalon Theater. Some very historic and romantic getaway type landmarks down there over on Santa Catalina Island, aka just kind of colloquially known just as Catalina. And I was like, well, you know what? Just call it Lover's Cove. It's Valentine's weekend. We'll do a nice theme flight out to Catalina Island. This was 2 years ago, 2019. And the weather there was very fogged. And we said, well, we'll go ahead and attempt it anyway. And if we don't get in there, that's fine. We'll get a chance to demonstrate how we do a instrument approach with a missed procedure and then a diversion out to John Wayne Airport, Orange County. So we did that. I said, well, we'll throw Catalina back on the schedule for another show another time. We did this. We wound up doing this a succession of times. Attempt number 2, the weather was so fogged in and didn't look like it was going to improve, so we kind of changed our plans before we even went wheels up. Attempt number 3, same thing. It was so fogged in, Taft didn't look very like it was going to improve whatsoever over the course of the stream, so we went in, all right, we'll change our plans again. Attempt number 4 was dicey. Like, the minimums were close to minimums, the visibilities were kind of inconsistent from one report to the next, so we're like, okay, well, you know what, we'll try it. And if we happen to catch it on a cycle where the weather's a little bit better, then that's fine. And if we don't, then that's fine. We'll do what we did the first time, which was to go ahead and demonstrate the missed approach and divert back out to John Wayne and all that stuff. So we did that, and that was attempt number 4. Attempt number 5 was looking like perfect. Perfect weather. We had staffing on VATSIM for SoCal, Los Angeles Center, and speaking of that, I don't think I brought VATSPY back up, or did I? I kind of had to reload everything, and I don't think that was one of them. Yeah, so we don't currently have air traffic control in the air. We do have a ground controller here at San Diego for the moment. But we don't have any kind of anything but besides local. We don't have it here at the moment. Anyway, so that was attempt number 5. It was like looking perfect. Weather was looking perfect. Staffing for air traffic control was looking perfect. Everything was looking hunky-dory. I got halfway out there and had to call the stream short because I got a phone call that my wife had been stranded roadside. The car shut down and wouldn't restart. Everything turned out fine, but again, the Catalina Curse rears its ugly head, and I had to abort the stream and head out and figure out what was going on with that situation and make sure she got home safe and then deal with the car. It was finally attempt number 6, which was October of 2019. So it was, 8 months later by the time we made a successful attempt and got out to Catalina Island. Well, we figured, Valentine's 2021, we'll go ahead and try it again. Go ahead and put it on the schedule and just give it a shot. By the way, I do want to say Rob Valkyrie is here, so hello to Rob Valkyrie. Yeah, what happened to Microsoft Flight Sim? I saw your announcement. I'm getting to that, man. I'm getting to that. Goofball Geek is redeeming a raffle ticket into the monthly drawing. We made a minor tweak to that, by the way, so I'll talk about that in just a few. We got James Martin is here. Jay Smitty is also checking in, and Goofball saying hi as well in the chat. All right, so went ahead and put Catalina back on the schedule. I'm like, well, we'll tempt fate. We have actually flown out to Catalina on stream probably about twice since that successful flight in October of 19. So I was like, the curse has kind of subsided at this point. All right, so here's a summary of the things that have gone wrong tonight. Number one, the weather out to Catalina is not favorable. As you can see, it's kind of not real favorable here at San Diego. We're going to do an IFR flight, and I'll talk to you about what tech routes are in just a moment. Second thing was I could not get Microsoft Flight Sim to boot up. Got stuck on the checking for update screen and then said that the content server is not available. Please check your internet connection. Well, I'm like, everything else I got running is on the internet, and it's fine, and it's my same wired connection that I've been using since we got here, up in this current studio. Not JK says MSFS is borked. Okay, so it's not just for me. Not just for me. Okay, that's good to know. Smitty says I love flying into Catalina. Well, hopefully we'll do that tonight. Jay Smitty. And Goofball Geek says, yeah, sounds like Murphy's Law in full effect. Well, like I said, in 2019, we very much got to the point where we referred to this situation as the Catalina Curse. So it is now the Catalina Curse again. Hopefully we'll get out there tonight and break the curse. But right now the curse is back upon us. And then just now, I go to start the stream, and finally, 15 minutes late, and the headset mic's not on. So I unmute the mic, and there's nothing. And I'm saying, hey, welcome to the stream, adventurers. And it's like, hello, no levels, what's going on? No idea. All right. I haven't tried to load it up in a week, says JPC. I'm going to try and load it up now and see what's up. Well, yeah, JK says you may have caused the outage. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when I tempt fate. Let's, real quick, because I do want to get airborne by about, see if we can get airborne by about 8:45. So, real quick, I do want to show you. We are flying from San Diego, first leg to Van Nuys. I was actually looking for, online, I was looking for the documentary 1/6 right. Nobody seems to have it online right now. I know that YouTube has the opening sequence from it. I didn't watch to see how long that is. I was trying to watch the whole thing, but none of the streaming services seem to have it right now, as far as I can tell. But we're heading up to Van Nuys Airport. When you are traveling locally within the Los Angeles ARTCC, there is what they call tech routes, terminal en route control routes. That means that these are routes that you can that keep you out of the traffic flows that they need you to keep out of, and they don't have to hand you up to center. This is all done. Terminal control means your approach and your departures. This is all within Southern California's TRACON, or AKA SoCal approaches area. So these routes all keep you within TRACON airspace, and you basically just punch in your departure. And I was always taught that you don't have to put the K, because it's all going to be K, right? This is all within the U.S. So San Diego to Van Nuys, and we are Category Q, by the way, for tonight. Non-jet with a cruise speeds of 189 knots or less, so that's going to be us, whether we were in the Mooney or in the DC-3. That was going to be us tonight. So we're in the SAMP-15. And this is the route, but we're going to file it as the SAMP-15, and this is what we're going to put into SkyVector. In fact, we already have. You can see it right here. Didn't go in exactly the way it was written, but I did check to make sure that what I have here is indeed what was intended. Some of these routes are just like the radials off of Santa Monica, the radial off of Santa Monica, and I checked and made sure, and these are indeed the radials that SkyVector has plotted for these for that route. So we're good there. It's just written a little funny. But we're going to depart San Diego northbound. We're going to catch the Oceanside VOR. And by the way, they also tell you what altitude to file. These are filed at 6,000. Down here, there's another Q route, but it's only for when LAX is landing east. LAX is almost never landing east. So we're going to assume that SAMP 15 is the correct route. I have not even filed it on VATSIM yet, so we'll get there when we get there. Happy Little Friday, folks, says Stab to the Face. Yeah, exactly. It's Friday Light. Friday Eve is how we will call it, Stab to the Face. And it is a special day, by the way. We're starting in San Diego in commemoration of the fact that Flight Sim Expo, just 4 months away, will be held just around the corner from this location here. It's going to be held at the Town and Country Resort, June 4th through the 6th. And I did not know ahead of time that their announcement was coming out today. I didn't know that. Well, I knew that yesterday, but I didn't know that when I put this on the schedule for tonight, but it just happened to coincide happily that VATSIM Expo has a huge announcement today, guys, and Furry Copilot will tell you later on that they have opened registration. Actually, let's show you that real quick. Again, all these things that I want to talk about before we get going. But VATSIM Expo has opened their registration. They have their schedule up. The Friday is their Captain's Corner seminars. Here in the afternoon for an extra $10 if you're attending in person. So $70 for the weekend. Extra $10 gets you these 4 seminars Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, here's their full show schedule here with seminars and speakers and panels. And I'm just zipping through this because you guys can look at this on your own. FlightSimExpo.com. But again, there's the Sunday speaking schedule. And of course, the show floor is open the entire time with their vendors and exhibitors there. You guys, if you're considering attending this thing, you want to register now. They will fully refund registration if, for whatever reason, they're not able to hold the event in person. So you're not risking anything. But they are using the number of registrations as a means to help them make their decision about the event status. So if you want to support the event, you want to see it happen, please go ahead and register. And the online portion, if you're gonna be online, it's only $15. If you're going to attend in person, it's $70 plus the $10 if you want the Friday seminar. So basically $80 for the entire weekend. Am I in my Discord? No, I'm actually not. JPC. 10 Letters is here. Hi, mate. He says, "How are you, man? I believe I've seen you here before. Welcome back. If I'm mistaken about that, then welcome for the first time. But I seem to remember you just popping in once before. Any sign of the UK update yet? The last I heard, 10 Letters, is that it's been pushed back to Tuesday the 16th. So that's the latest news that I've heard. Yeah, I thought I had remembered seeing your call sign here. But at the same time, I don't want to push it out if it's not ready and if it's still got bugs. Yeah, it will be worth it indeed. Yes, I agree. All right. Well, for today, we couldn't even get Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 to load up. All right, but anyway, we've got the route. We've looked at it. Let's look at it in just a little bit more detail. Up the ocean side, north and west, we're going to be crossing the Santa Ana class Charlie. We will be at 6,000 through here, so we will need an IFR clearance, which we will get from our San Diego ground controller. We're going to end up at this point here just west of Van Nuys, and I'll show you the approach to 16 right if we need it. Let's see, what is this? That's San Diego. So we can pull up the approach from the airport diagram for 16 right into Van Nuys if we are going to need that. And I'll do all that later on because for right now I do want to get the show on the road. We want to be airborne by about 13 minutes from now. And now I am very pressed for time. Okay. Let's get back into the airplane. And did we get the doors open? You guys are piling in? Okay, good. All right. Let's go ahead and get some power in. Let me get to this checklist here, get the battery switch on. And no smoking nav and beacon lights can come on. No smoking nav and beacon are there. Fuel tanks can go into mains. Spin that around to left main. Spin this one around to right main. The last stream we did just 2 nights ago, we actually did successfully keep the fuel load balanced, so I think it was a first, actually. Our fuel tanks, mains, cow flaps can come open. Props can go full forward. And we will start just the number 2. Back in the day, the number 2 could be started on the ramp here while you guys are still loading in. Mix, magnetos, fuel pump, prime it, clear it, and start it. Yeah, we hear it roaring to life. Okay, we check the oil pressure comes up right away, and it does. Okay, fuel pressure artificially elevated because the electric pump's still on, so we'll turn that off, turn the generator on. Temps and pressure's all looking good on it so far. All right, good to go. We got a good number 2. Get the now that we got electrical power, get that flowing throughout the airplane, and we'll get started. Okay, we do need to send our flight plan on X pilot here. So let's do that. Again, it's going to be the SANT-15, and that is when you're flying a tech route in LA. That is exactly how you file it. KSAN-KVNY-KAVX. to KSAN-KVNY. Our alternate for leg 1 is going to be Oxnard, OXR. Departure time, we're going to call it 2045, wheels up, hopefully. Wait a minute, 2045, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 0145 Zulu time. Time en route for leg 1 we think is going to be 50 minutes. We've got 3 hours 27 for the 2 legs. 180 is correct. 6,000 is the prescribed altitude. Not a heavy, we're slant alpha, and we're on the sand 15. Everything else there correct. Go ahead and file that. And get that back over here out of the way. And San Diego ground is still on 23-9er, so we'll call him in just a second. There's no ATIS here. We can do a METAR, I guess, while we're still looking at XP11. We'll do METAR KSAN. 3004, so most likely departing westbound. Looks like we've got some planes taxiing right in front of us that are about to depart westbound. It's no surprise. Altimeter 3002. So we'll go ahead and get that set. We'll watch our we'll get 3002 set, and then we'll watch our buddy Lufthansa depart. There he goes. Bon voyage, senor. Mixing as many different languages as I can. German, French, and Spanish all in one. Rob, yeah, I do have a Blu-ray player, which also plays DVDs, but yeah, we got a Blu-ray here at the house. If you're talking about ordering me a copy of that DVD, then yeah, I saw somewhere that it was available. Alright, origin elevation is next to nothing, 17 feet, and that's pretty much what's shown here. So let's go ahead and get our clearance. We're on 23-9er. Whoops, that's a nav radio there that I'm fiddling with. How about let's try and tune him in on the comm radio. That might work better. 23-9er.
Ground Vision Jet 124, Mike Charlie, clearance, Van Nuys.
I got line jumped.
November 124, November 124, Mike Charlie, Lindbergh ground cleared to Van Nuys Airport.
Head and
Seaward to departure, Los Angeles transition, then it's
going to get our transponder on.
Departure frequency offline, squawk 0.
Nav and ADF tuners will be set to the ocean side.
Clear to Van Nuys, Seaward 2.
VOR 115.3 and kind of just northbound for now.
Offline, squawk 0425, Vision Jet 124, Mike Charlie. November Mike Charlie, read back crook, advise when into taxi. 4 Mike Charlie.
Spin that around. Lindbergh ground, Douglas 514 Delta Victor. We got weather and IFR to Van Nuys.
Number 514 Delta Victor, Lindbergh ground clear to Van Nuys Airport. San Diego Papa 15 routing. Expect 6,000, 5 minutes of departure frequency offline, squawk 5706.
We're cleared to Van Nuys, this San Diego Papa 15 route. We'll expect 6,000. Departure frequency is going to be 122.8 and 5706 for 514 Delta Victor.
November 514 Delta Victor, read back crook, advise when into taxi.
I will call if you 514 Delta Victor. Okay. I just wasn't quite ready to fill all that stuff in. That's why there was that long pause there, because I was still trying to run ahead in the checklist. Nav and ADF tuners. So we've got the ocean side, and then it's this second VOR in this is looks like Seal Beach on the Victor, along the Victor 23. So we got that tuned in Seal Beach. Actually, let's get, if we get the world low, Seal Beach 120. So be ready to come inbound to that on a 300, which is the reciprocal heading of 120. So that's set. All right. All right, nav and ADF tuners are set. We can get the radio altimeter down to 1x for departure. Fuel quantity, we should be starting with 311 total gallons, so that's just about 75, just about 80 per tank. Left main, right main's going to be a little bit light because we've been running it. Everything else is looking good, so all set there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. On behalf of Slant Alpha Airways, we'd like to welcome you aboard Flight 514 of service to Van Nuys. We'll be departing here from the terminal momentarily, expecting an on-time departure. Cruising altitude today will be 6,000 feet. Flight time once airborne will be just about 50 minutes, so buckle in and relax, and we'll be underway soon. Thank you for flying Slant Alpha Airways. All right, guys, we have 5 minutes, but it's a very short taxi from where we're sitting, so we'll go ahead and get the doors closed up. We should be fine. Seatbelt lights will come on. Melvin Leroy is here. What's going on? We've had to make some backup plans, sir. Catalina Curse is definitely rearing its ugly head. So mix Magneto's fuel pump, prime it, clear it. Is that what it is? Okay. Thank you. Well, at least I feel better knowing it's not just me. It is the pie flight. Downwind Sim is here with the pies. Stab to the face, knows a buddy that's on that team. All right, yeah, very good. Yeah, please let him know how badly he has disrupted my life tonight. However, as someone else pointed out, because I had the audacity to put a flight to Catalina on the schedule, it's pretty much my fault for tempting fate. So you can tell him, actually you can tell him I'm sorry, stab to the face, tell him I apologize. JPC's actually seeing us as a DC-3, which is nice. Alright, so we got the second engine up and running, we get the fuel pump off, generator on, and I guess we should probably check temps and pressures, all looking good on that before we do that, but yeah, everything's good. Sync the headings, okay, so we're facing a couple degrees right of south, so about a 182, looks like. We'll spin the target heading up here to just a 0, because we're going to be hand flying for the first good chunk of this flight. And this has to go pretty much all the way around. So 182 or thereabouts, and we'll get this on the 182 as well. Okay, I think we're good. Flight control check. We're really testing the outside flight controls, making sure that they move freely and correctly. But we'll show the yokes for that process. No problem. For right, for left. Okay, everything's good. Thumbs up from the outside. Okay, good. We'll go ahead and set flaps 1. Tail wheel can come unlocked. Taxi light can come on. Trying to get wheels up by 45. Yeah, we're good. Our taxi light's up here. Got that follow from Original Godspeed. Thank you, OGS, for that follow. We appreciate you being here tonight, watching us fly from San Diego up to Van Nuys. We're in AeroWorks, the AeroWorks Douglas DC-3, rather than our original plan, which was the Mooney Carenado. But Flights in 2020 just was not cooperating tonight. All right, I think we can release parking brake. Ground Douglas 514 Delta Victor, we're ready to taxi.
November Delta Victor, taxi runway 27, taxi via Juliet, Charlie.
Alright, 27 via Juliet, Charlie, 54 Delta Victor.
November Delta Victor, altimeter is 3002.
Roger, 3002, we got the weather, 54 Delta Victor. So there's
Jet 4 Mike Charlie's ready to taxi with the weather. November Mark Charlie, taxi, runway 27, taxi via Hotel Charlie. Hotel Charlie, fish 4 Mike Charlie.
Alright, so yeah, Juliet is what we're on, and then Charlie is takes us out to the end. Don't think there's anybody inbound, but I imagine we'll need to switch over to 22.8 and just listen out. Doesn't look like, kind of on our own after we get taxied out here. That's by not showing anybody en route, so I guess we'll just go with that. Do need a minute for a run-up. Do we get SoCal Orbix? No, but we do have Ortho. We do have Ortho 4XP installed up all through here. And a nice freeware add-on for Lindbergh. J. Smitty, exclamation point.
Victor, squawk 5706, please.
Whoops. Sorry about that. 5706, 54 Delta Victor. Yeah, because I ran ahead.
November Delta Victor, frequency change approved to advisor. Have a good flight.
Alright, frequency change with advisors approved. We'll see you. Thanks. 54 Delta Victor. Alright, so 22.8. Lindbergh traffic, Douglas 514 Delta Victor departing runway 27, IFR northbound departure, Lindbergh. Alright, bear with me guys for a real quick run up.
That thing is a beauty.
Yeah, we'll bypass the run. Since I've already made the announcement, we'll bypass the run up. Really, we should do a run up. We should run it up to 30 inches on the manifold pressure, test the prop governor, test the magnetos, make sure the RPMs don't drop any more than about 100 to 150 RPMs. But we're going to pass on that tonight.
Buddy, I'm not in a rush.
Well, we're on the runway now. We'll skip it.
I'll just close my eyes. Nobody will know.
Alright, lined up. Tail wheel locked on. Okay. We are ready. I will catch up with the chat in just a moment, guys. Temps and pressure's all looking good. We'll run it up to 45 on the manifold pressure. Away we go. Steering with the brakes for just a moment until we get the rudder, the tail up. Tail's up.
Under traffic, stay here for my Charlie is lining up runway 27.
And away we go. Just the beauty of a flaps one on a nice long runway, and it's not textbook to do it that way. It's just the way I prefer it. I prefer the way the plane handles on a flaps one departure. But the beauty of it is you just hold that level attitude, and when it gets enough speed, it just lifts straight off the runway on its own. Gear up with the positive climb. We're going to kind of keep the pitch down and let the speed build once we get through 400. Lindbergh traffic, Douglas 514 Delta Victor is clear, runway 27, starting at our northbound on-course turn, IFR northbound, Lindbergh.
Lindbergh traffic, here for my Charlie is departing around the C1 SID. Looks like it's going to be a right turn to the northwest.
Alright, and we are not yet receiving that oceanside VOR. Probably need to get up above a little bit of the terrain here, but we're just going to kind of turn to about a 300. We know from SkyVector that the leg from San Diego to Oceanside, well, that's calling it a 328. So we'll go ahead and turn to a 32, about a 32. It's fine. We do want to also reduce to our climb power, 25 on the RPMs, 40 on the manifold. So there we are. We should, at some point real soon, probably see Mike rocket around us here on the left. I assume he'll go a little wider out than we will. We're going to pretty much stick to the coast here. I do need to. Oh, I accidentally messed with that VOR when I was trying to tune the ground controller. So let me dial that back in. That's why we're not receiving that yet. What is that Oceanside VOR on? Looking for it. Lost it in the clutter of the chart here. Let's go to the VFR. 115.3. Okay, so that's why I'm not receiving it. I had bumped it off. There we go. All right, we're expecting it to be about a 3.2. So there we go. About 325 it looks like, so we'll kind of steer 325 and let's keep the wings level, make sure we're still got a little bit of climb going. We're going to 6,000. You know, all of a sudden in IMC, so got that eyes fixed on that attitude indicator. I will catch up with the chat in just a few minutes, guys. Just a little tad busy, hand flying at the departure. The other thing I did not do yet was get the... Oh, I never got the fuel pumps on. I don't think I ever did lights either. Anti-collision, landing lights on, taxi light off, pitot heat on. Oops. Okay, so definitely missed a few steps here in my rush. So fuel pumps would come off at this point. And we should be on about a 325. I don't think we're in freezing temps right now. It is, after all, Southern California. It's about 11, 12 degrees. So I guess they, you know, some of them say if it's 10 degrees or lower and you're in visible moisture, you should pop anti-icing on, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, and I keep drifting to the right, so I want to be... I mean, we're really just going direct Oceanside, so I can kind of adjust that VOR course knob to whatever centers. And of course, we also have the RMI. We got that yellow arrow right below our DG. Tells us how to fly to get pointed straight at it, so we can kind of just fly to that. We'll keep the manifold pressure up to 40. Naturally decays as you climb, so you got to keep adding to it a little bit. Again, drifting to the right. Alright, there we go. Alright, coming up through 4,000 now. Again, we are going to 6. We did get airborne at more or less 8:45 Eastern Time. Let's see if I can kind of scroll back and catch up with the...
Hey, Delta Victor, what's the cruise on that thing?
6. Or do you mean speed?
Speed.
180-ish.
Really? Damn, alright, well, I'm gonna have a hard time metering that.
Just blow past me.
Approach.
Mr. JPC, Jet Pilot Cinnamon, by the way, making his cameo on the stream tonight. Okay, so we're talking with Stab to the Face. He's got a friend on the team that's apparently responsible for monitoring that that ISP who's having issues with our connection to the VATSIM 2020 content servers tonight. Let's pick that up from where? Pick up the chat from there. So Stab says, incredible that the Catalina Curse can bring down the second largest cloud provider in the world. It's quite a curse. Well, you weren't here 2 years ago, man. It stranded my wife roadside one night. Let's just put it that way. Okay, we talked about there being an Ortho 4 XP, so we know we don't have the SoCal Orbix, but we do have the Ortho 4 XP. Yeah, 10 letters talking about how gorgeous this interior is. We are told that Aeroplane Heaven has one that's almost finished. I mean, looking at least almost finished. I don't know how well it flies, how well the systems are finished, but the interior modeling at least is finished for one that looks very, very similar to this, but you can tell just from some subtle clues that it is not a port over of this model. It is their own model. Some subtle differences, and so we're keeping our fingers crossed that it won't be too much longer that we'll have a decent, viable DC-3 in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Not that it would have done us any good tonight. Yeah, Eric Flight checked in. Yeah, Eric, I wasn't able to get on Flight Sim 2020. So our backup plan tonight, like I said, we wanted to fly that Mooney Ovation, that Carenado Ovation for MSFS 2020. Our backup plan tonight, though, isn't a bad one. our beautiful Douglas. Of course, it's 2 streams in a row in the Douglas, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I might actually land this thing acceptably tonight, possibly. Landing, by the way, will be something that you all will want to take note of, because we do have our giveaways. I do want to let you know, by the way. We'll talk about the giveaways in just a few. Oh, JPC, I see your chat messages now where you were trying to get some information out of me, so I apologize for missing those. I had my hands full with the airplane, but hopefully you're all good. Yeah, I fully
navigate, communicate, baby.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, James Martin, climb now. Yeah, that was the RA that JPC was getting coming up on our 6. Yeah, Downwind Sim. Yeah, we missed a few checklist items. That's what happens when you're in a hurry. And you know what? We're 600 feet over our intended cruise altitude too. So yeah, I'm flying just about as well as I normally do. Pull it into a shallow descent power here. 23 and 23, something like that. 22 and 22. Get back down to 6,000. So yep, yammering away, not paying attention to my altitude. That's about par for the course for me, right? Yeah, Rob Valkyrie says backseat drivers. We got a plane full of them tonight. No, guys, it's all good. It's all good. I love the company. I mean, I'm doing this. This is social activity for me. And good gracious, in COVID times, it's darn near one of the only social activities I engage in these days. So, wouldn't do it without you. Wouldn't do it without you. I do need to pay attention to what I'm doing just for a second. We'll hand the controls over to Otto in just a moment here, guys. I do want to. First of all, I do need to focus on the navigation here. We're coming up on that oceanside VOR. I got to figure out what I'm doing on the outbound side of it. Looks like, let's figure it out. Looks like we're following that Victor 23. We go to the world load chart. Victor 23 outbound puts us on a, does that say 301? It's kind of hard to read there. Yeah, 301. Okay, so we'll be ready to do that. Just about back down to 6. Get back up to 23 and 34. Gonna add in a ton of down trim here. As the plane picks up speed, it's going to want to climb again. We're going to need to keep adding down trim until it stabilizes. So we'll be ready to do that. Once we get stable at 6,000 and probably established on that outbound radial in 7 miles. So we'll hand fly it until we pass over that oceanside VOR. And then outbound on the 301. Again, I've wandered off course here, but because we're just going direct, I can just recenter it. Yeah, again, we picked up another 100 feet. All right, so 2 things with the, oh yeah, off scheduled was, has been pressing me to learn that fix-to-fix. Now, I feel like if you're going to plot it in Sky Vector, that's kind of cheating because it gives you most of that information. The only thing you don't get is that the wind correction. But I think even like the nav log, if you flip over to the nav log page on SkyVector, it does a lot of that calculation for you that off-scheduled descent would have you do by that E6B. I do want to play around with an E6B at some point, but won't be today. Won't be today. All right, so we're getting trimmed out at 6,000 feet. We got the plane almost up to our anticipated cruise airspeed. We're back on a direct course to Oceanside. Do I have an E6B? No, but there are some online ones. Remember playing around with them months and months ago, playing around with a couple of them. So there's 6,000. We're 2.8, 2.7 miles from that VOR. And then as soon as we get outbound on the 301 radial, hand the controls over to auto, and I'll start to tell you guys about the we've made a slight change to our monthly raffle, which will be a change to your benefit. For those of you who had your heart set on a $25 Amazon gift card or a $25 gift card to the xplan.org store, nothing has changed. So there is nothing that I have, nothing that I'm about to say that will take away anything that you've been promised. We're only adding on this channel. We don't take away. I don't know. That's always not, maybe not always true. At least in this case. But we recently picked up some merchandise. Okay, there we go. VOR's passed by us. Let's get turned to a 301. We'll get the radial dialed in on the VOR so we can establish ourselves on it. On the VOR gauge, I should say. The VOR is that little tower thing below us. There's a 301. And maybe a 405. I don't know the roads down here. I've never been. If I do get the chance to come out to San Diego in June, that'll be my first time in California ever. So fingers crossed that is allowed to happen. Are we running active sky? We are indeed, JPC. We are. We are, and I know that the weather at Catalina is not looking great. So that was a point we brought up earlier. We'll see how it goes. It's the I-5. Okay, thank you, Big Yak SD. Thank you very much. Welcome back, by the way. I haven't seen you in quite a while, but do appreciate you stopping back in tonight. I think you're like giveaway. I'm there. Whatever works, guys. If I can bribe you guys to watch me, I'll do it. Don't mind that at all. Speaking of bribing you guys to watch, okay, so there we're on 301. We're at 6,000. Let's go ahead and give auto the controls here. Autopilot on. We're level. We're in nav mode. Speaking of bribing you guys to watch, most of you know about our monthly raffle drawing. Leg 2 should be interesting, JPC. Yeah, no, we touched on that earlier, and I'm aware. But those of you who are new to our monthly raffle drawing, oh, Big Yak, if I make it out to San Diego, we'll go flying for real. Yeah, I'm supposed to be coming in for a Flight Sim Expo weekend, June 4th through the 6th. Now, it might be a little bit of a packed schedule. But yeah, if we're able to work something in, man, absolutely, we'll stay in touch. Anyway, so you guys that have been around for a while, you know about our monthly raffle drawing. Those of you who are new or you haven't heard about it yet, as you accumulate those channel points down at the bottom of the chat panel, you can redeem those in chunks of 1,000 or chunks of 5,000. 1,000 gets you one entry into the monthly drawing. 5,000 points. If you save up to 5,000, redeem 5,000 at once, you get an actual, a bonus ticket. You get 6 tickets for the price of 5. Tell you what, real quick. And at the end of the month, we pull a ticket for our monthly drawing, and the prizes used to be your choice of that gift card, $25 gift card to Amazon or X-Plane. We've got some new prizes that I'll talk about in just a moment because I realize I'm in cruise and I need to go ahead and do a couple other things on the checklist here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached our cruise altitude of 6,000. We've turned off the fasten seatbelt signs, where we're doing so now, rather. So your cabin crew is going to come around momentarily with a fine selection of Red Bull products and downwind sim pies, so please relax and enjoy the flight. Seatbelt signs off. Mix can go to auto lean. If I can find the... Yeah, there we go. Cows can go to trail. We know in this airplane that can't go all the way to trail, but I'm sorry, can go to close. We can't go all the way to close, but we'll leave them about 20% open. And then the fuel tanks we can switch into auxes. Left aux and right aux. How did we shake out with the fuel balance? Left main is right main's about 5 gallons short just because we were sitting on the ramp running just the right. Mains are still pretty well balanced. Okay, so we might try to balance the mains later on, but they're not too far off. I'm going to forget. If I try to do that now, I'm going to forget. Big Yak is going to be at Flight Sim Expo. Yeah, so they started their registration today, and they are basing their event status decisions on how many pre-register. So if you want the event to happen, definitely go over there and get your registration in if you haven't already. FlightSimExpo.com. So on monthly drawing, we used to offer you, we've done 3 of these so far. This will be our 4th one that we're in the middle of. And the prize used to be your choice of that $25 gift card from Amazon or from the xplane.org store. We have added, we're going to go ahead and make all of our giveaways now, at least all of our foreseeable future giveaways, including tonight, winner's choice of anything in the Slant Alpha prize vault. Oh, we just got the Furry Copilot telling you just what I was telling you. So there you go. Furry Copilot's got the link there for you, FlightSimExpo.com. And the fees, like the Copilot says, the fees are fully refundable. So there's no worry that if you register early, you're going to lose out on any money. If for whatever reason things don't happen, your card won't be charged. Anyway, the winner tonight. And we'll talk about the contest tonight in just a moment. But the winner tonight gets their choice of anything on this list. And the winner of the monthly raffle drawing now gets anything on this list that they would like. One item, of course, just one. But any one item off of this list, they can choose from now at the end of the month when we pull that $25. That means when we pull that raffle ticket out of the fishbowl at the end of February. So there you go. We got sweatshirts. Well, we got a sweatshirt, I guess I should say. We got t-shirts in a minor variety of sizes. We've got the ball cap, the trucker cap. We got the mouse pad. I got one of those right here. So it looks just like that, guys. We got coffee mugs. You got one hanging up behind me, and then you've got the gift cards are also part of the prize vault. Don't feel like you're going to hurt my feelings if you'd rather have the gift cards than any of my merchandise, because I don't care. I'm not going to take that personally. Oh, James Martin's not going to make it to Flight Sim Expo. It's a bit of a haul from New Zealand. Yeah, I will give you that. I will give you that. Downwind sim, I'm assuming 2,000 for the airfare, I would imagine. All right, let's back up a step. And figure out our leg here. We are going to the Steel Beach VOR. This is a... What's the total leg distance? I guess I should know this. Let's just flip it over and see. 19 and 26. So we're not quite halfway yet, but we're getting close to that point where we will want to switch over. $2,000 for the privilege of meeting you nerds. Yeah, stabbed to the face from a domestic flight, it should be a little bit more affordable. Yeah, my airfare is booked. My hotel's booked. My registration is covered. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, guys, that we'll be able to all get together and have a party in June. Yeah, JPC says I'm planning a 16 right at Van Nuys. I am as well. I think the winds last time I checked were 110, so they're definitely favoring southbound. Last I looked, now it may have changed. 100 at 3. Okay. Yeah, I think I'd still go. So 16, still 60 degrees offset, so it's still more of a southbound than a northbound favoring the situation. But again, 3 knots, it's not that big a deal. 16 right, I think, is what I would plan for as well. Anyway, the contest, the giveaway night. 3 knots or less is considered calm. Yep, I agree. So the giveaway night, guys, we have 2 landings on tap for you. Landing number 1 is slated to be at Van Nuys Airport. Landing number 2 is slated to be at Catalina Island, although it may end up being at John Wayne Airport. But when you guys put in your predictions into the chat for the vertical descent rate at the moment the wheels touch, which will be indicated by a plug-in that will show on the lower right-hand side of the screen, we will assign you 500 points for a perfect guess. 500 points minus the difference between your guess and the actual for anything less than a perfect guess. Guesses have to be in by the time I turn final or by the time I say last call. And you get 1 guess per landing. If you guess more than once, we take the first guess only. If you maliciously guess more than once, we kick you out of the chat and out of the contest. But 1 guess per landing, and we'll give you up to 500 points. So by the end of the night, total possible points is 1,000. And the big winner, the most points accumulated for the course of the evening, will get one of those prizes that we had on the screen earlier, and I will bring it back over to you just so you can look at it again. We got a 3X sweatshirt. It's actually probably it's marked a 3X. It's probably a little smaller. It's probably about a 2X. But we got t-shirts in a variety of sizes. We got one that's got the logo printed slightly smaller. Came from a different vendor, but hey, if you want it, cheers. We got the cap, we got the mouse pad, we got the coffee mug, we got the gift cards. Again, if you don't want my merchandise, I won't take it personally. It's fine. Let's get transitioned into where we are navigating to Seal Beach, because I'm a little bit late on that. We should kind of have switched over at the halfway point, which I know was a couple minutes ago. Yeah, just hope that the wife doesn't have a breakdown when I'm at Flight Sim Expo. When I'm going to take I'm 3,000 miles away as my excuse to say, wifey, sorry, call your dad. Alright, so we're going to pop it into heading mode. We're going to get to nav 1 where we're navigating to 115.7, and I'm not trying to zoom, I'm trying to turn the knob, thank you. 115.7, okay, it's 120, so it's 300, so it's there. Looks like we're a little bit off course. We'll just go ahead and pop it in nav mode and let auto shake that out. A lot of times, because auto tends to do these radical course corrections to get on these radials, a lot of times I'll just put in like a 5 to 10 degree intercept and let the radial come gently back over, and then I'll put it in nav mode. The reason I'm hesitant to do that sometimes is because I tend to forget, and then we're drifting off of course. On our intercept, we pass through the radial, and then we keep on going on that heading until hours later when I realize we're in Nevada. So we will let auto take care of getting us back on that course to Seal Beach. Let me take a moment. Melvin says I've made that move famous. Well, you may have made it famous, but it's definitely out of my playbook for sure. Alright, so where are we? We are headed up to Seal Beach. Outbound from Seal Beach, it's a 272. And but then we apparently only take that to that Point Popper, and then we're into Santa Monica VOR, which is 110.8. And that 110.8 will be on. I got to find LAX area chart. Okay, here we are. Looks like a 128. Yeah, 308 and 128. So it was along that blue segment there, which we're going to navigate that through radio navigation means. We're not really on the Tango from 245 there, but we're all along that same course as as it will be defined by that 128 radio off of Santa Monica. So that's our next navigation step there, 110.8 and 128, which will be 308. 110.8 and 308. All right, let's get that set down here. 110, 10, 8, and 308. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we're 10 miles from being at Seal Beach. And then again, we got to remind ourselves what's the plan after Seal Beach. 272. Left turn to 272, so we can actually kind of pre-dial that into the nav, the heading selector here. 272. We'll just put it on 270. It's fine. Since we're about to make a turn, I guess the smart thing to do would be to make sure that our gauges all agree on which way we're pointed right now. So 299 is what the magnetic compass reads. Let's get the bottom half of this gauge to agree. Oh, it's a few degrees off too, isn't it? 299, and then that's a few degrees off as well. 299. You're gonna contact me, it sounds like, or a private message over the network at least. Yep, LA Center, 125.8. Nice. So that is awesome to know that we do have air traffic control. Oh shoot, I did it again. Let's pop this thing back into heading mode. What were we navigating toward? We were navigating towards Seal Beach on 115.7. Oh no. And back into that mode. When I popped it into heading mode, it started presetting that turn to the west that I had pre-dialed in so smartly. Alright, so we're back 6.5 miles away from Seal Beach, and we are going to be contacting Los Angeles Center on the comm radio, not the nav radio. Just as a nice change of pace. 125.8. We got a real nice, easy position report. Since we're 5 miles south of Seal Beach, that'll be real easy to say. Ooh, that's a lot of people talking at once. Okay, so blocked. So both start talking again.
Alright, let me speak first, guys. American 210, clear the ILS approach, runway 25 left.
That's how that works.
United 1616, clear the ILS approach, runway 25 left. Probably like that, 1616. United 71, heading 070 now, descend and maintain 3000. 070, heading 3000, altitude, United 71. United 71, expect...
Smitty, that's twice in one stream I did that. I did that when we were at on the ground to San Diego, too, so I'm trying to chin him on the nav radio.
Good evening, Los Angeles Control, go near 271, now passing 9,000 to 1,2000 via Summer 2, departure, Mickey transition.
Core 271, Los Angeles Center radar, contact, proceed direct, Mickey.
Proceed direct, Mickey, go near 271.
Alright, so, coming up on that Seal Beach VOR.
Charlie 3 north of LAX VOR 8000. Vision Jet 124 Mike Charlie, DFR or IFR?
For IFR, Van Nuys.
Reset transponder 7151 for 4 Mike Charlie.
7151, you got it.
Altimeter 3000, United 871, turn right 20 degrees. Turn right 20 degrees, United 71. American 210 190 or greater to Lima. 190 greater to Lima, American 210.
Watching that.
November 124 Mike Charlie, radar contact 3 miles.
Watching that DME countdown. Of course, it's not going to count down to 0 because we're at 6,000 feet, which is essentially a nautical mile above the VOR. So there we go. Should flip over right about now.
Alright, right down for 16 right, report midfield for Mike Charlie.
Taxi for Mike Charlie, airport 1 o'clock.
272, I think I said it was. 272 is correct.
Yeah, that sounds more appropriate. We're looking for Mike Charlie.
United 71, traffic 2 to
271 and 2. Okay, there we go. Back into nav mode. We do need to know now how far out. Looks like 12 miles to that point popper. And at that point popper, we should also see the nav 2 come into center right at that same moment. So we're going to be ready. That's going to come up on us kind of quick. And then when we can, the Dave MSP says it's going to be 16 right, because 16 left is usually closed when the tower is. Okay.
United 871 Los Angeles Center.
If he doesn't answer, I'll jump in.
Delta 3925, descend via the Ironman 2 arrival, LA altimeter 3000.
Or not.
Descend via the Ironman 2 arrival, Delta 3925. United 871 LA. American 210, winds 24010.
Was literally reaching for the push to talk.
United 1616, runway 25 left, clear line number 2. Clear line 25 left, number 2, United 1660. Fill the site, former Charlie. Former Charlie, cleared visual approach.
It's already at Van Nuys.
Right base. Clear visual 16 right, and we'll make a right base, former Charlie.
Center Douglas 514 Delta Victor's 4.5 west of Van Nuys VOR 6000.
November 514 Delta Victor, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, and just want to verify your IFR as well.
Yeah, IFR, and I said Van Nuys. We're west of Seal Beach VOR.
Yeah, we got you. Still radar contact. LA altimeter 3000.
3000 514 Delta Victor.
LA Center, United 871.
Are we going to try for Catalina? Yeah, Papa Charlie, I think we are. Worst case scenario, we'll go ahead and do the flight out to Catalina, and we'll shoot the mist.
Sorry, didn't get that. The radio wasn't clear. Go again. Sorry.
It seems very likely that that is exactly what we're going to do. But we'll do it. We'll do it, and we'll see if we can get them to let us do the published mist, just so we can demonstrate it. So we're going we're 7 miles west now. I think I showed you this, guys. We're going. See so the 22 in the box is to the terminus there, to Hermo. The 12 is to the first intersection, which is Popper, which is where we're making our turn. So westbound from Seal Beach, 12 miles, but this 128/308 off of Santa Monica. And what's our distance from Santa Monica? 16? Yeah, okay. So we should start to see this creeping toward the center. We got 3 more miles. We should start that. Yeah, okay, it is. It's starting to come in. You can see it's one dot to the left of the needle now. It's starting to slowly creep over. When it gets to about 12, that'll be our cue. And again, we'll go ahead and sync up the headings while we're thinking of it. So it looks like a couple degrees right. So maybe a 271 or a 272. That one's looking good. That one's a couple degrees off.
Yeah, 871, verify joining the 24 right localizer. Lieutenant United 871 has joined the 24 left localizer. 871. Yeah, 871, roger.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you can't find Catalina and end up in Hawaii. Well, based on our fuel load, worst case scenario is we can't find Catalina and we end up a boat.
2000, cleared ILS 24 left approach, United 871. 24 right. Correct, 24 right.
Speaking of which, so we didn't load a whole lot of fuel into this thing to begin with, so I probably should. Aux tanks.
We'll get back to you in just a second.
Aux tanks still got plenty, so we're good. Alright, so there's almost 12 and almost centered on that VOR. Let's go ahead and turn the selected heading to about a 310. Maybe a 300 since we're going to undercut maybe slightly. So heading mode. Gonna get 110.8 dialed in, 110 and 8, and it was a, what now? It was a 128, which was a 308. So we'll get that dialed in there. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty much on it. We'll let Auto shake that out for us. Once we get up to there, kind of hard to see, but it looks like a 320, 320 heading. We'll check the weather and get back to you. 5-4 Delta Victor.
It's VMC. Would you like a visual or do you want something special?
Visual 1-6 right to work.
For Delta Victor, expect that.
Okay.
For Mike Charlie, park and cancel and code. For Mike Charlie, roger. American 210, cross runway 25 right at Mike, taxi to the ramp via Bravo.
Yeah, Santa Catalina, way below minimums. Yeah, exactly. No, I know. I checked before. We posted that we posted that METAR to the announcements page. We're well aware. This will be an exercise in missed approaches, guys. Real quick, I know I owe you a few of you guys these raffle tickets. What have I got? 8 miles. Yeah, I got enough to punch in these raffle ticket requests. So what have we got here? We got Goofball Geek. We owe you 1. Let's get that punched in. Ticks. Add. Goofball Geek 1, and again, if it capitalizes your name right in the response, I know I did it right. That's good. Okay, good. Rob Valkyrie, we owe you 2.
1616 exit right when able, join hotel straight ahead. Right when able, join the hotel straight ahead, 1660. Yeah, it's 71. If I didn't give it to you, runway 24 right, clear to land number 1. Clear to land,
there you go. And then James Martins M.
1616.
Gets 1.
Left hotel right, Papa, hold short 25 right at Papa. It might be called something else in your scenery. Left right, Papa, hold short 25 right at Papa.
James Martins, yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, 1616, cross runway 25 right at Papa, right, Bravo to the ramp, this frequency.
Okay, I'm caught up on all of those guys, so feel free to use exclamation point ticks if you want to check and see how many you've got into the February drawing. We'll make that raffle ticket. We'll draw at the end of the month for that that item from the prize vault. Any of these chosen items from the prize vault. And that's also the prize for tonight. The best predictor of our 2 descent rates after the 2 rounds. A total of 1,000 points possible. Whoever's closest to that 1,000 point total. We'll let you know when we have it in sight. 5-4 Delta Victor. Alright.
Delta 3925, expect vectors ILS 24 right approach.
We're getting a little bit of cloud cover here.
4 right approach for Delta 3925.
Los Angeles Control, Gulf 271, request touchdown climb.
Let's see if we can get a little bit of a descent. So we got
71, climb, maintain level 340.
after Santa Monica, we're outbound on a 320.
United 2047, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Airport's going to be about,
Contact Oakland Center, United 11.
yeah, it looks like we're going 14 miles. So it's about 14 miles ahead on the right.
And look, line says negative, stay with me. What's that for 2047? That's correct. 2047, Oakland Center 132.2.
128.2, United 2047.
132.2.
Alright.
132.2, United 2047.
So we do have an ILS there as well, just to tune as a backup plan.
Douglas 4 Delta Victor, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,005 for Delta Victor. Alright, let's go ahead and fly this thing for real, guys. I'm going to be a little bit busy. Bear with me on the chat, guys. 2906 is the altimeter.
Los Angeles Center, Delta 4042, flight level 370, information available.
320 I said is what I'm going outbound on. Yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of stuff at once here. Alright, so we're going to swing over to the right. And we're coming up on that assigned altitude of 5,000. We're going to be looking for the field.
On runway 24 left. Yeah, 71, we'll send the ops out to check the runway. Can you taxi or do you want to disconnect there? I would disconnect here. I cannot move. Sorry about that, United 71. Yeah, 71, no worries. Thanks for flying through.
Alright, bear with me one more second, guys. Or 6. Okay, well, so if it's 2906, then we're at.
Control call there 271, request landing up 1 minute to 2 minutes or less.
Approved.
Thank you.
At 5,000, so let's get back on it. Let's get back over to our radial.
For Delta Victor Airport, 2 o'clock, 8 miles, is going to maintain 4,000.
I got a bit of cloud cover right now, so we'll go down to 4,000, let you know what we see. 5 for Delta Victor.
Van Nuys altimeter 2906.
2906, 5 for Delta Victor. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've started our descent to Van Nuys, asking that you return to your seats, fasten your seatbelts. Weather there is in the low 60s with clearing skies and light winds. Cabin crew's going to come around one last time to collect trash, take care of any last minute needs. Thanks again for flying Slant Alpha Airways. Okay, we're on our radial. We're going down to 4. Okay, coming through the clouds now. We're going to leave the tanks on the auxes because the auxes are way more full than the mains. So we'll leave the tanks on the auxes. Seatbelt signs can come on. And the radio altimeter can be set to 10x. Airport should be kind of a 4. Oh, are we right on top of it? No, that's not it. It's got to be like right over there. Yeah, there it is. 5 for Delta Victor, we got the field in sight.
For Delta Victor, cleared visual approach 16 right, make right traffic 16 right.
Alright, right traffic to 16 right, 5 for Delta Victor.
LA Center, good evening, Delta 4040 with you, 529 direct Virgo.
Downwind sim binoculars, as always. You guys can start putting those predictions in, by the way. Just a number into the chat. No bot command is needed. Just number positive or negative. We'll assume to mean a descent rate. 1 guess per person, please. And got to get those guesses in by the time we are established on final. Get the mix. Get that into auto rich. Whoops. Cals can go into trail. Tail wheel is locked, confirmed. Fuel pumps can go on. Flight attendants, prepare cabin for arrival.
124 Mike Charlie clearance to Catalina. Vision Jet 124 Mike Charlie clearance to Avalon.
111.3 is the
Twine. Victor 518 Kimmel. Victor 459 COB.
is the frequency, which we'll use just as a sanity check.
5 minutes after departure. Squawk 7143.
And 164. Not the tuning. Not the tuning. The
Alright, 4 Mike Charlie, we missed the departure, we had everything else. Core 271, contact Oakland Center 132.2. 132.2.
and field elevation there is 800 feet essentially.
Vision Jet 4 Mike Charlie, New Hall 1 departure. Thank you. Vision Jet 4 Mike Charlie is clear to the Avalon Airport, New Hall 1 departure. 20 Victor 518, Kimo Victor 459,
Okay.
SLI Victor 21, Avalon direct.
So,
we'll maintain
turn
4,000,
kinda to a 3-4.
Departure with you, 7143 squawk.
Still trying to lose some altitude.
Charlie, back correct, 16 right for departure, call ready for taxi. 4 Mike Charlie. Douglas 4 Delta Victor, runway 16 right, clear to land, winds calm.
Clear line 16 right, 5 4 Delta Victor. Starting to get the props forward. We'll start to get speed off. We're still needing to lose some altitude here, guys.
Scale is 3407, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Getting the props spun faster. We're not really adding power though. We're actually decreasing power. We're downshifting the car and decreasing power. Base heading on a 1.6 is going to be about a 0.70, so we're kind of trying to turn to that now. 120, we can go flaps 1. Complex is there on our head on our right. Van Nuys VOR is 113.1.
Vicinity, the Ironman 2 arrival, LA altimeter 3000. Ironman 2 arrival, 40.
Making our turn in. 100 knots, go flaps 2 in gear.
LA Center, Delta 3741.
Well, looks like we overshot just a little bit.
Delta 3741, LA, good evening. Skywest 3407, Los Angeles Center.
Get back over there on it. See it ahead. We got the poppy lights. $90 knots. We can go ahead and go flaps 3. As soon as we get last call, guys. Last call for those predictions.
Delta 3925, descend and maintain 4000. Descend and maintain 4000, Delta 3925.
Flaps 4 coming in. Aim for about 75 down final, 70 over the numbers. Right hand turn off if we should happen to make it down successfully.
Delta Delta 3741, same Mach number.
Good Fixins is going to have the last one in, guys.
3741 is at Mach 0.80. 3741, did the previous controller give you a speed restriction?
75 looking good.
Negative, 3741. 3741, Mach 0.84 or greater if you can do it. Otherwise, best forward airspeed.
Exclamation point, good luck, Smitty.
Sorry, did you say 0.84 or greater for 3741? 3741, I realize that might be a little too fast for that type of aircraft, so just best forward airspeed, please.
We got reds, all reds on the Pappies now.
Airspeed for 3741.
There we go. We got all kinds of gift subs going out.
Tell you both. Good luck.
There we go.
We're all counting on you.
There we go. Red on the lights.
Delta 1585, Airway Center, hello, same Mach number.
Let's make sure we don't land short.
Delta 1585, reduce speed Mach 0.80 or less for spacing. Mach 80.
134 is a winning number. Get some gentle braking in here.
Delta 3925, fly present, heading vectors, vectors ILS 24 right approach.
Left and go stowed.
Fly
The
present, heading
high-speed turnoff here appears to be hotel or Mike, possibly.
4 right approach, Delta
Looks like it must be Mike, because that's the one where I got a high speed on the left and the right, and we got to turn the tail wheel lock off.
LA Center, Delta 3741 was able to get up to 0.82 for you. 3741, roger, thanks.
Oh, so I must be off at Mike. Yeah, okay.
Douglas 4, Delta Victor, hit parking.
Closest ramp is fine.
Right when able, Alpha to the ramp with me.
Right when able, Alpha to the ramp will stay with you if I put out the Victor. Alright, 134 was the
3925, descend and maintain 2,600.
was the winning number, guys. We'll get that scored for you here in just a moment. Remember, it's 500 points minus the difference. We'll do a second round, whether that's going to end up at Catalina or whether that's going to end up at John Wayne. Kind of remains to be seen, but we'll do that second round. And after the 2 rounds, our winner will get their choice of one of the prize vault items. So we'll head up to park underneath the tower. I do need to catch up with chat messages. I got to catch up with the scores. All kinds of gift subs going out. We got to talk about. Stabbed to the face. Loves to do that right when I'm a short final, and he's gotten me yet again. So here we are in BizJet land. I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and make a left here at BizJet land, and we'll park back on this ramp here. I don't know what ramp this is, just south of the tower, but it looks like it's Kilo/Alpha 4. Is that, oh, is this our friend? That might be our...
3741, descend to be the Iron Man 2 arrival altimeter.
It's definitely somebody that looks like a VATSIM player.
Descend to be the Iron Man 2 arrival and the registers for 3741. Delta 1585, descend to be the Iron Man 2 arrival, altimeter 3000.
Delta 1585, everyone descend via the Iron Man 2 and altimeter 3000. Is that what you said?
Alright, the other thing is we can do anti-collision lights, landing lights. Taxi light would come on, but now they'll come off anyway. Pitot heat off, and fuel pumps. House can go open.
140, Delta 3925.
Alright.
LAX Center, Delta 1702,
Parking brake on.
Delta 17.
Is that indeed our friend Mike Charlie? Did we happen to just choose the?
132.2 for the call near 271.
It is. We happened to choose the right ramp just by sheer happy coincidence. Very cool. Alright, there we are. Not completely squared up, but not too bad. Alright, let's get one engine shut down, let you guys run into the little the little passengers room while we get the scores calculated and get ready to start our second leg. Tail wheel can be now put back into the locked position. Calculate parking brake tail wheel. Transponder can go back to 1200 and off. For now, we'll get assigned a new one.
Triple 2736, climb unrestricted, maintain flight level 320. Climb unrestricted, 320.
We'll shut down just the left, which will be mix, magnetos, and generator. This is where we're going to put the left into left main, and we'll run just the left main for a few minutes, and that should balance out the tanks fairly well. We'll go ahead and get the doors open for you.
That was 2 people at once, Delta 2149, Los Angeles Center, hello.
Oops. There we go. And what else? Reset the trim, and then we'll check the fuel and the ETA.
Thanks for Charlie, runway 26,
Yeah,
right,
trim was pretty centered there. So we expected to be down here at 9:35 on the blocks at 9:40. A couple minutes late, not too bad. And should have 1,327 pounds. See how close we are to that. I bet you we're pretty close to that. We're only 28 pounds, 29 pounds short. That's pretty good. So that's looking good. That should add up to 221 gallons. We can run through the fuel tanks here and just see.
Greater 524 Heavy, I'm going to have an amendment to your flight plan.
Yeah, pretty close. Okay. All right, very cool. So, so far so good. Just over 50 per tank, by the way. All right, let's get these scores tabulated. Well, let's come back up here and catch up with, challenging weather all over Sis Melvin, Leroy. Yeah, I have a feeling this flight to Catalina is going to end up as a missed approach, but we will, we'll go ahead and give it a shot anyway. Score sheet is here. All right, so let's put these in. It was 133. We'll go ahead and just round it to the nearest whole number, by the way. That's how we work on this channel. JPC. It's at 252. Papa Charlie. Said 103. Melvin Leroy said 76. Downwind sim. 120. Is that going to be the closest one so far? Yeah, it is. Dave MSP. 140. I think that's going to take the lead now. There it is. If I miss any, let me know, guys. Big Yak SD. 224. Bamsler. Bamsler, welcome back to the stream. 211. Stab to the face. 86. Rob Valkyrie. 75. Not JK. 128. Good Fixins. 165. Not JK with the 128. That's actually going to leapfrog into the lead there. 495 pointer. Just 5 off of the actual. Alright guys, that's looking good, but we've got another landing to go yet. So we will, was it 134? Yeah, 134. So let's just recalibrate that, but I think that's still going to be not JK. Oh no, it's going to be tied. With the 134, it's not JK and Dave MSP. So there you go. Oh, Smitty, did I miss one? Let me go back. Oh yeah, Jay Smitty, you were the very first one in. And that's 127 is going to put you in very good contention. Did I miss anybody else? Did anybody else get in that I missed there? JPC, Papa, Charlie, Melvin, Leroy, Downwind Sim. Big Yak, Bamsler, stab to the face. Rob Vok, not JK, good fixins. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. We had all kinds of gift subs coming out from Stab to the Face, though. I hope that you all said your thank yous. Who else stopped in that I didn't see? Have I said hi to everybody? Matthew Flies is here. Matthew Flies is here. Them's My Shoes just stopped in. Matthew Flies, yeah, so the giveaway is what you're looking at on your screen. We're going to do a second round. And so, unfortunately, you've missed out on that first round. If you happen to put in a perfect guess on the second landing, and everyone else tanks it, you still actually physically, mathematically, do have a chance.
1702 descend via the Ironman to arrival Los Angeles altimeter.
Young guy Alex, yeah, just after the landing, just after landing number 1. So, landing number 2 is coming up here. We'll try to get into Catalina Island, thinking we will end up diverting to John Wayne Airport, but we'll see how it goes. I'd put into the planner that we're going to get off the ground at 5 after. Taxi it out 5 after and take off at 15 after. We've got a little bit of time, and I do need to take a quick break out of the cockpit. So we'll let you have a nice little view of the goings on here at Van Nuys Airport. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in just a few, guys. Enjoy the views, enjoy the sounds, and sit tight while we've got another leg left to go. We're going to try and get out to Catalina Island, and if not, we'll divert and head up to John Wayne, Santa Ana. Stab's got to go. Feeling a little under the weather. All right, well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope that you feel better, but thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. We'll be back with you in just a couple.
Number 140, Juliet Papa, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, turn left take 230, climb maintain 17,000. 230, 17,000, Juliet Papa. Delta 4042, descend and maintain 4,000. 4,000, Delta 4042. Delta 4140 heavy, comply with published speed restrictions. How about the 4140? Split 3849 Alexander, radar contact 50 miles east of the Bard VOR. Is the aircraft in front of you with you? Negative. Okay, that was 2 at once. November 140, Juliet Papa, turn left heading 180, vectors for the climb. Left 180, Juliet Papa. Delta 3925, heavy LA Center. Okay, don't have hit yet. Who was the Cirrus? Yeah, Cirrus 8135 Alpha, on the ground, San Francisco, running down to I-4 to Gentlemen. Okay, North Las Vegas guys, stand by. I want the Cirrus only, please. They turn the Cirrus only as soon as 8135 Alpha on the ground, San Francisco, running down to I-4, I'll let you know. Request number 1. And then the North Vegas guy, have your request number 2. LA Center, Delta 3925 Heavy, Mr. Persia, LAX. Delta 3925 Heavy, Los Angeles Center, fly heading 250, climb and maintain 5,000 vectors, ILS 25 left approach. 250, 5,000, Delta 3925. November 140, Juliet Papa, turn left direct Clipper, resume the orbit departure, climb maintain flight level 230. Turn Clipper, flight level 230.
All right, guys, back with you. Let us get ready to get leg number 2 underway. Let's go back to the checklist, back up to the top. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan sent for leg number 2. Let me get.
66 Quebec, expect about 5 minutes for your.
Let me get X pilot here. Just on a whim, let's check. Quarter statute mile, fog, vertical visibility 200. Yeah, that's going to be well below the minimums there. we will go ahead and give it a shot anyway. Who knows? Maybe it'll clear up by the time we get there. Unlikely as that may be. But we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and file it. It's going to be IFR from VNY to KAVX with the diversion to John Wayne. Departure time, we said wheels up at 22:15, which is going to be 03:15. Time en route 042. Fuel available at this point is 2 hours to 27 minutes, 180. This one is at 5,000. Again,
524 heavy, roger, runway 26 right, taxi via Charlie.
if you Google ZLA tech routes, this is what you get. Get a search page, and you can put in VNY and AVX, and you look for one that's a class Q, because you can see down here that Q is a non-jet with a cruise speed of 189 or less. This is the route, and it's called Burp 16. It's actually Burbank Papa 16, or Burbank Papa 16. Comes out as Burp 16. So we'll follow the Burp 16, and that's not exactly how we'll paste it into the Sky Vector. We'll actually paste it into the Sky Vector a little bit differently. KVNY, KAVX. But that string there will get you pretty close. Now look at this. This is very much the stay the heck out of the way routing. And that's exactly what the tech routes do. The purpose of them is to put you on a route that is conducive to the traffic flow there. It's better to do this than to cut west and go around the arriving jet traffic, or departing jet traffic of LAX. So that's what the Burp 16 looks like. Let's get back over here. Yeah, we know. We're working on it. It is Burp 16? Yeah, okay. So Burp 16. 5,000 is, oh, by the way, yeah, so tech route. You see here, it says altitude 50. So that's, even though you would think that that's westbound, but they want you at 5,000 for this one, so that's what we'll file. Burp 16, file the flight plan, we'll bring it back over. We can hear that he's a little busy. Might be a bit of a wait, so we probably want to jump in as soon as we can for our clearance, and we might end up getting off just a little bit delayed anyway.
Okay.
But that's okay.
35 Alpha, read back correct, advise ready to taxi, no need to read back. That, JetBlue 1033, climb maintain level 300. Who is the Delta? Delta 3925. Delta 3925, LA, go ahead. Can I get the runway?
Alright. Sorry, guys.
ILS 25 left, Delta 39.
A bit of a pain route, yes, exactly. That's definitely the stay the F out of our way route.
2149 descend via the Ironman 2 arrival. Expect the ILS.
Let me get back to my checklist here, guys. So we've set the flight plan. Let's go ahead and update the progress bar up at the top of the screen, too. We'll go KVNY to KAVX again. The distance and ETA it gives you is going to be based on a direct route, not based on this crazy thing that we're filing here. Let's go ahead and get didn't get an updated METAR at Van Nuys. Guess that would be a good thing to do, so let's do that. METAR KVNY. So 100 at 5, so the wind's picked up slightly, but 10 statute miles clear, 29906 is still current, so that's good. 29906, back in the airplane. What's the field elevation at just about 800 feet, and it's 802 is what's on the chart, so that's good. Let's see if we can get word in edgewise for our clearance. Yeah, Gun Guy Alex is asking about the special flight rules area. Yeah, we can do that, but Avalon is not reporting VMC right now. And we had some low cloud cover coming up this way as well, so we're doing it kind of as an exercise in tech routes. But
42 descend to maintain 2,600. 2,600, Delta 4042. Delta 4042, turn right heading 220, join the localizer. Right, 220, joining localizer, Delta 4042. Delta 4140 heavy, descend and maintain 2,600.
Expecting a full route clearance, says JPC. Yeah.
Center, Delta 4130, flight level 370.
That's fine. We'll take, I mean, we'll take, I didn't hear what he did for you. I think I was out of the room or on my way out of the room.
Descent via the Ironman 2 arrival.
Or no, I was still on approach actually when all that went down.
Delta 4130.
But that's fine. We'll take whatever he gives us. It's going to be contingent upon him having time.
Delta 1585, comply with published speed restrictions in the future. Turn right, heading 180 vector sequence.
We'll comply with our published speed.
And
Delta
right.
1585, turn right, 180 vector sequence.
Yeah, that was the more important part.
We'll turn right 180.
Okay, good.
And let's see, I had that 2166 Quebec. I have your Bravo clearance advise ready.
All right. While we're waiting on him, we can. Again, we'll kind of run ahead. If
4140 heavy traffic, 3 o'clock, 4 miles.
If we are following this route, we're going to be initially eastbound to
4140, I'm reducing speed 210 knots, 4140. Delta 4140, roger. Thanks, Delta 4042.
on the Victor 186.
20905.
So that means we're going to be on the Van Nuys 113.1 and 095.
Actually, fly present heading for now.
So 13.1.
Delta 1585, heading 180, please.
095.
I'm sorry, my aircraft didn't put it in 180.
November 2166 Quebec, cleared to the Las Vegas, class Bravo, maintain VFR at 5,500, squawk 7155.
And 095. The next thing after that is we're going to be inbound to the other end of that. Just, okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. There was a readback going on that we couldn't hear. Paradise VOR 112.2 and 278. So we'll go ahead and...
Delta 4140 heavy, turn right, heading 140, vectors to final.
112.2 and 278. Starflex is here, what's going on?
49, descend to be the lucky one, arrival, Limburg, altimeter...
278 would be
3002.
098, so let's spin that around that way.
Southwest 3849 LA. 3849.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 50 miles from that. Okay, so we'll leave that on nav 1. Yeah, we're in the DC-3. We couldn't get Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 to boot up, so we're kind of on our fallback plan here. Nav and ADF tuners are set. We'll get the radio altimeter set to 1. Fuel quantities are checked.
Delta 4140 heavy, turn right, heading.
Every time I go to jump in, he starts talking. He's a pretty busy guy. I need to just be more aggressive with that. Center 514 Delta Victor at Van Nuys, IFR to Catalina. We get the weather.
4 Delta Victor on request.
That's what I figured he would say. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. On behalf of Slant Alpha Airways, we'd like to welcome you aboard Flight 514 service to Catalina. We'll be departing for the terminal here momentarily. We're hoping for an on-time departure. Cruise altitude today is going to be 5,000 feet. Flight time once we're airborne, about 42 minutes. Buckle in and relax. We'll be underway soon, and thank you again for flying Slant Alpha Airways. All right, so our door closing time is still 2 minutes away. So we'll give him a chance to respond with that clearance.
5 miles from Jeddah, maintain 2,600 till established. Clear ILS 24 right, and then the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, they're experiencing issues across multiple titles right now, says Starflex. Gotcha.
Delta 3925, descend and maintain 3,600.
I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get everybody buttoned in. Should be fixed. Well, too late now. We're flying the DC-3. I'm not going to start over. We're going to go ahead and get buttoned in. We'll get the number 1 fired up. Still waiting for that clearance. But hopefully we'll be ready to roll by the time we get it. So fasten. Oh, I never got the fasten seatbelt signs off, but they are on now.
Departure, except maintain flight level 370.
Go ahead and restart the number 1. So that's mix, magnetos, fuel pump, prime it, clear it, and start it.
Green 524, thanks for that. West Common runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay. Temperature pressures look good. Let's get the fuel pump off and generator on. Resync the headings. Looks like we're pointed just 1 degree right of north.
For deer 2165, LA, you ready to taxi? Departure 2165, 26 right, taxi via Charlie.
And all that's in sync now. Trim neutral, which we know we checked at the end of the previous flight, so that's good. Flaps can be set to 1.
Delta 3741, descend and maintain 2,600.
There they are. Tail wheel can become unlocked when we'll leave the parking brake on.
Delta 2149, expect vectors ILS 24 right approach.
And taxi light off. So we're waiting on our squawk code, and then taxi lights, and then we're ready.
Delta 4130, expect vectors ILS 24 right approach.
And again, the wheels up time was 10 minutes away, so even if we wait a few more minutes, we are good. So and that is not exactly a Vision jet, but not bad. I mean, it's a single seat, single engine jet, so it's not that far off, honestly. Yeah, Starflex says, yeah, fair enough. Some of AA's titles requiring an internet connection to join is a little iffy. Yep. So we didn't want to cancel the stream tonight. You know, if Microsoft Flight Sim doesn't start, we can certainly fly in an X-plane. Doesn't look quite as nice from a scenery standpoint, but not too bad. We got Ortho 4XP through this whole area, so.
Delta 3925 heavy 5 miles from Honda, maintain 3,600 until established.
Oh, there's 2 seats in that one? Okay. Is this drone flyer?
Clear 25.
It's not that far off. As far as the size and type, it's not that far off from a Vision jet, so. Not bad model matching here in X-Pilot.
524 heavy radar contacts the altitude. Green 524 heavy climb maintain flight level 260. JetBlue 1033 standard climb flight level 260 new final. 260 for final. Southwest 3849 expect the localizer 27 approach.
We'll take a moment to recap, guys, since we might have a minute here. Take a moment to recap. Big news from today on Flight Sim Expo, www.flightsimexpo.com. We've been talking about this today. We've started the stream in San Diego, and that was intentionally a kind of an homage to the fact that Flight Sim Expo is just 4 months away, taking place right down there at the Town and Country Resort, June 4th through 6th. We did not know that the timing was going to be perfect because just today, Flight Sim Expo came out with their announcement. They've got an initial show schedule posted at www.flightsimexpo.com, and they have started taking registration for that too. They are fully refunding registrations if for whatever reason the event does not happen, so there's no risk involved. Pricing is $70 for Saturday and Sunday. You can add $10 for the Captain's Corner seminars on Friday afternoon. So $80 for the entire weekend. If you want to do the online registration, $15 for the entire weekend. And like I said, no risk. They're not even charging cards until they make a determination about the event status. Now, here's the key thing, though. If you're thinking about attending, you want to get that registration in. Like I said, no risk, fully refundable. You want to get that registration in because as the event gets closer, they're going to be using the number of pre-registrations as one of their metrics as far as determining that show status. So the right aux did get burnt down a little bit more. So we'll rebalance when we get up there. Mains are not too bad. We'll leave those as they are. We can maybe, while we're sitting waiting for our clearance, we'll run the left aux. Oops, came through the off position on that. Still running? Yeah, that's still running, okay. Alright, so the right aux is a little bit lower, the left aux is higher. While we're waiting for that clearance, we'll run the engines off of the right aux just to kind of balance things out a little bit.
Delta 3741, turn right heading 220, join the localizer. 220,
see how that goes. But anyway, guys, yeah, so Flight Sim Expo. Fingers crossed that we'll be able to hold an in-person event in June. I'm just anxious beyond I'll get it. I'm counting down the hours, guys. Just under 4 months away. But flights are booked, hotels booked, registration's covered, and I'm just hoping that everything goes well with the health situation so we can have an in-person event out there. Register if you're planning on attending. Again, if for whatever reason they're not able to do it, they won't charge the card, so no risk involved. But do help them out by letting them know how many people are coming out there so that they can use those numbers to make a determination. Starflex says, as much as I grieve about how bad Flight Sim's model matching is, I do hate the little yellow banana. Yeah, I'm still stuck between whether I want to go to 2022 Expo or 2022 Oshkosh. Oh, Oshkosh would be awesome. Oshkosh would be awesome. Both interest me, but I think FS Expo is more my alley. Yeah, I'm hoping this August, I'm hoping to get up to the Bayport Aerodrome vintage airplane flying up there. It's on the calendar. Just again, fingers crossed that they're able to hold it.
And was that Delta Victor at Van Nuys?
Affirmative.
I'm still working on it. Give me 1 second. I'll get back to you.
No worries. Well, we got another couple minutes, guys. We'll tell you about the monthly raffle giveaway. A minor change that we made to that today. So, those of you who have been gathering up those Twitch channel points, those alphabet points at the bottom of the chat panel, you've known for a couple months now, possibly, or if you're new to the stream, you're finding out right now. You can redeem those channel points at 1,000 at a time for an entry into our monthly raffle drawing. If you save up, we do the drawings at the end of the month, so if you want to save up to where you have 5,000 points, you can get 6 entries for the price of 5 into that raffle.
514 Delta Victor cleared to the Avalon Airport Adam 3 departure, Victor 186, Bay J, Victor 363, Dana, Catalina 065, radio Catalina direct, maintain 4,000, expect 5,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure this frequency, squawk 7163.
Okay, with just the route again, we got the rest.
Adam 3, Victor 186, Bay J, Victor 363, Dana, Catalina 065, radio Catalina direct. I'll put it in text.
Clear to Catalina, Adam 3, Victor 186, Bay J, Victor 363, Dana, then the Catalina 065 direct. Maintain 4,000, expecting 5,005, 1258, and 7163, 514 Delta Victor.
Douglas 4 Delta Victor, read back correct, expect 16 right for departure, and call ready for taxi.
Spec 16 right, calling if you have 514 Delta Victor. Alright, it's actually not that different a route than what we got.
Delta 1585, ready speed 180 knots. 80 knots.
I do need a minute to research it though.
1585, heavy, descend and maintain 2,000. 2,000, Delta 15.
So it's still going to be out to Bay J and then out to Dana. And then so it's really almost the same exact route. The only thing is we've got to fly the departure. So I've got to find the name of the departure he gave us.
And looking for VFR departure to the northwest, 6921 uniform.
6921 uniform, taxi to the runway.
Yeah, okay, there we are. Adam 3.
Taxi runway, my choice.
So 16, so basically we're left, so 163 until, okay, we got to stay below 1750 until we're a mile and a half, 163 to 2.2, then left to 113, and then radar vectors.
Delta 17.
Okay, so there's a few steps here, and we got to make sure we get dialed in correctly. We've already got the 113.1 set in, and then out to Paradise. So we've already got everything dialed in. 095 is correct. So it's really just complying with the headings, and we've got to watch the DME. So really not too bad.
Did you get 4 Mike Charlie
Yeah.
for taxi at Van Nuys?
Yeah, JPC, it's really, it's so close to that, it's the burp plus the Adam 3, basically. Adam 3, you could have said Adam 3, then burp. Alright, whatever, we're ready.
4 Mike Charlie, Alpha 4 rated taxi. 4 Mike Charlie, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie. Alpha Charlie 16 right, 4 Mike Charlie.
What about the Victor behind him?
Delta 4 Delta Victor 16 right, Alpha Charlie behind the Vision Jet.
Alpha Charlie 16 right behind the Vision Jet, 5 and 4 Delta Victor. Alright, here we go, guys.
LA Center, November 15596, 5 miles, southeast Van Nuys, landing 16 right.
Alright, and getting off at 10:15. So we're starting to taxi at 10:15, so not but a couple minutes late, not too bad. Expecting to land right about the top of the hour. Now that's if we land at Catalina. We know that the weather there is not favorable. We're going to end up diverting to John Wayne, more than likely. We're headed eastbound. Since we're departing south, that means we need to turn left to head north. Check and make sure we're clear on the right. Minus this little hatchback, we're just going to run them over.
Southwest 4065 LA. Easy. LA Center, good evening. Alaska 1942, checking in 350. Alaska 1942, Los Angeles Center, good evening.
Alright.
Delta 1702, turn right 180.
Let's actually do our taxi out checklist, guys, while we're
Turn right 180.
While we're thinking of it.
JetBlue 1033, radar contact lost.
Alice can go into trail.
3849 at Lindy, cleared RNAV localizer, runway 27 approach. Limburg, altimeter 3002.
The pumps will go on. Whoops.
Okay, Lindy, we'll do the RNAV for 27, southwest 3849.
Hydro pressure is checked. The white gauge is right by the cow handles there. They're good.
Frontier 2165, Los Angeles Center, climb via SID, except maintain flight level 250, radar contact.
We will not need to do a run-up since we're holding short. Oh, and the other thing, we
LA Center, Skylane.
we didn't get the taxi lights on. We can do that.
30 Mojave.
And we didn't dial the squawk in, which was
Denver 6921 uniform, clear for takeoff, unable
7163.
Roger, maintain VFR, clear for takeoff. Skylane 2 in uniform.
Delta 1702, turn right, heading 220, join the localizer. Turn right, 220, join the localizer, Delta 1702.
So those were the two things we were holding on, was the taxi lights and the squawk code. Forgot for a second to come back to those, but now we got it.
Maintain 2600.
Alright, we're good.
Maintain 2600, Delta 4130.
Cessna 596, runway 16 left, clear to land.
Still following Mr. Mike Charlie up there.
Runway 16 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, November
And again, gotta have that Adam 3 in front of me, because that's
16 left, clear to land. Please read the
okay, 163, we gotta make sure. Van Nuys 1.5, we don't go any higher than 1750. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with that. Oh, we might.
242 traffic.
We might. We can climb. That's about 1,000 feet in a mile and a half. No, we're not going to climb 1,000 feet in a mile and a half. But we'll watch it just to make sure. So step one, make sure you're below 1750 at 1.5 DME. Step two is maintain runway heading until 2.2, then turn to 113, and then stay on that 113 until you're vectored out to that 095 radio.
Delta 1702, maintain 190 knots or greater to Jetsa. Maintain 19 knots or greater to Jetsa, Delta 1702. Delta 2149, turn right.
Still see Mike Charlie up there. As soon as he's launched, We'll go ahead and give our cabin crew the announcement.
Southwest 4065, expect runway 30 for departure.
We want to take note of our wheels up time also, just to count at the end.
Former Charlie, traffic, Cessna short funnel for the parallel winds calm, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff. 16 right, clear for takeoff, former Charlie. Cessna 596, traffic and vision jet departing the parallel prior to your arrival.
Roger, we have him in sight. 15596.
Alaska 242, airport, 11 o'clock, 10 miles.
And I think that's a friend of ours.
Do you have it in sight, or are you just reading that back?
That might be Dave MSP, as a matter of fact.
Alaska 242, no worries, cleared visual approach, runway 26 left, base turn inside the
So now I'm not sure whether I said it or not, but flight attendants prepare cabin for departure.
Delta 2149, turn right, heading 220, join the localizer.
220, join the localizer, Delta 2149.
Vision jet up, Cessna down.
Delta 1702, tower 12095, good day.
Tower 12095, Delta 1702.
For Mike Charlie, LA Center, ident.
Oh,
For
and
Mike
that,
Charlie 2000, 4000. For
yeah.
Mike Charlie, radar contact, and there's the flash.
There's the flash. And there's the Gordon.
For Mike Charlie, turn left heading 130, vectors for the climb, maintain 5000. Alright, 130 and 5000 for Mike Charlie.
Climb forward up to Victor Short 16 right, Van Nuys ready. Temps pressure's all still good.
15596 is a full stop for you. Do you know where you're parking?
15596, yeah, we're clear of 16 left, and we're holding on taxiway 7F, ready to cross 16 right, and we'll be parking over General Aviation.
System 596, cross 16 right, taxi alpha to the ramp.
Cross 16 right, Alpha to the ramp, deliver 15596.
For Mike Charlie, turn left 080, climb, maintain 900,000, vectors climb. 080, and I believe you said 8,000 for 4 Mike Charlie. 900,000. 900,000 for Mike Charlie. For Delta Victor, 16 right, line up and white traffic crossing downfield.
Line up and wait, look at the traffic, 16 right, 5 for Delta. Got our friend Dave MSP.
Number 4, Juliet Papa, depart car heading
Okay, he is cross.
050, vectors visual approach 26 left.
Anti-collision, landing lights on, taxi light off, pitot heat. Fuel pumps we already did.
140 Juliet Papa, depart car heading 050, vectors visual approach 26 left. Southwest 3894, winds calm, runway 27, clear to land.
And as soon as we get lined up, we get the tail wheel locked.
3849, yes sir, runway 27, cleared to land. EVA United 789, contact Oakland Center 132.2, good day.
132.2, United 789, good night.
Alaska 1942 to send me the Ironman 2 arrival.
Send me the Ironman 2, 1942.
And
Delta 4130, turn right.
looks like we're going to be about 9 minutes after our planned departure time. So we'll note that at the end.
Alright, line up clear. 0 Juliet Papa, flighting 050, vectors visual approach 26 left.
0594
Craner 524 heavy, descend via the Angel 4 arrival. Descend via Angel 4 arrival, clear and then 524. Los Angeles Center, Alaska 9807, flight level 50. Alaska 9807, LA Center, hello. Vision Jet 4, Mike Charlie, turn right direct Seal Beach to enable resume on navigation. Direct Seal Beach on nav, 4 Mike Charlie. 4 Mike Charlie, traffic 2 o'clock, 900 miles southbound at Delta 737, no factor. Looking for Mike Charlie.
and remember,
Delta 2149, contact tower 120.
runway heading under 1750 to 2.2. Yeah, we'll bring it over to you. Runway heading to 2.2. Well, step 1, under 1750 at 1.5. Maintain runway heading to 2.2. Then 113, and then vectors.
Right heading 220, join the localizer for depot right, Delta 4130.
Delta 4130, 4 miles from Jetson, maintain 2000 until established, cleared ILS 24 right approach.
Clear for the ILS 24 right approach, maintain 2000 until established, Delta 4130.
0 Juliet Papa, descend and maintain 7000.
Second the altitude.
Descend and maintain 7000, 0 Juliet Papa.
So, I guess the other thing to do while we're sitting here
42, turn left for the base turn and then call your base.
is make sure we don't hear anybody clear to land 16 right at Van Nuys while we're sitting here. He's busy. It's not
Los Angeles Center, good evening, National Cargo.
unheard of that he'd forget about us.
Level 370 and speed restriction, Mach 0.76.
National Cargo 130, LA Center, roger. Delta 4130, tower 120.95 over Jetsa.
120.95 over Jetsa for Delta 4130, good night.
Cessna 59 uniform, did you finish crossing the runway there? Looks like yes to hear. Douglas 4 Delta Victor, thanks for your patience. Winds calm, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 16 right, 5 for Delta Victor. Alright, away we go. Lee-5 coming at you. I don't think that was the right call sign, by the way, for the aircraft that was crossing. So that might be why he didn't answer.
Delta 1538, I gave you a star at the end of that. Did you see that correction?
Tail was up. Hold the attitude.
Delta 1538 heavy.
And away we go.
Not my problem. I did it because in the future, make sure you file a SID and a star in the U.S. Remember 26 right taxi via Charlie. Big information.
Wheels are coming up. Pitch down. We'll let the speed build.
49 left enable ground.
Get up to 400 feet AGL. Pull the flaps in.
123.9 receive.
Maintaining this 162.
Frontier 2165.
163, really?
For arrival, LA altimeter 2999.
We're at 1.5 DME. We're going to be well below 1750, like I thought. Okay, there's 400 feet. Pull flaps in. Okay, so there's 1 point. We're past 1.5. We're still below 17, so we're good. So the next thing to do is maintain this 162 until 2.2 DME. Go ahead and get climb power set. There's 2.2. We'll go ahead and start that left turn to 113, 25 and 40. Fuel pumps can come off. 113 is our new heading. And we'll climb on heading 113 until he tells us something else. 2200 going to 4000.
For Delta Victor, climb maintain 5000.
5000 for Delta Victor. Alright, so continuing the climb now to 5. Got 20, 25 and 40.
Did the GPS Bravo.
On request. 0 Juliet Papa, flight heading 060 vectors to final.
Eric says for some reason it said it wasn't following you anymore, but I didn't unfollow you. So here comes the new Eric flight follow. Don't lie, Eric. We know you got sick of us. It's all good. And again, no, we.
Affirmative.
Still needs to be on that 113, so we need to come just a little bit left.
Douglas 4 Delta Victor, turn left heading 130, join Victor 186.
Ground, this is Delta 2129, with you.
Douglas 4 Delta Victor, turn left heading 110, join Victor 186.
Alright, left of 110, join Victor 186, 5, we're out to Victor.
Who was calling now?
Delta 2129.
Alright, that's 2 at once. Who's the Delta?
So there's 110. And just about, yeah, we're...
466 LA Center, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
hand flying to that, and we're going to hand fly up to 5,000. You can see at the bottom our airway starting to come in on the bottom left VOR gauge.
524 heavy at circus, clear to
The
ILS
upper
25 approach.
VOR gauge is still kind of coming in, but on this heading it looks like it will slowly start to drift in.
524 at the circus.
So we'll just maintain that 110 for now. And going up to 5, 25 on the RPMs, 40 on the manifold. We can actually climb a little bit more aggressively. I kind of aim for that 110 knot climb, but looks like our speed is up. So we can...
Victor, turn left heading 090, join the airway.
090 to join the airway, 5 for Delta Victor.
Delta 4129, descend to maintain 2000.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. It's a 09 or 5 radial. So to intercept it, we'd have to be doing something less than a 09 or 5.
Alaska 242, maintain 180 knots until a 5-mile final, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Yeah, that DC-3 trims out so nicely. It does, Smitty. It does indeed. Okay, we're at 4,200. Bump the throttles up just to maintain that 40.
Zero Juliet Papa traffic.
You know what? I did leave the fuel unbalanced, and I'm sure that it's worse now than it was.
Japan Air 2359, Los Angeles Center.
Left docks.
LA Center. Alaska 1942, expect vectors ILS 25 left approach.
Expecting vectors 25 left approach 1942.
Alaska
We'll have to remember to check that.
Expect vectors ILS 25 left approach. Expect vectors ILS 25 left approach. Alaska 98. National Cargo 130, expect vectors ILS 25 left approach.
We'll have to remember to check that. We're going out 20... I'm sorry, no, we're going to Adam, which is 36 miles out. Coming up on 5,000.
LA Center, Southwest 4065.
Southwest 4065, LA Center.
Yes, sir, we're ready to taxi.
Southwest 4065, runway 30, taxi via Delta Charlie.
30 Delta Charlie, Southwest 40.
Alright, so...
Zero Juliet Papa, turn left heading...
Trim it down, capture that 5,000, overshot it just by about 80 feet. We'll get back down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it.
Center Spare Wings 466, passing 3,000.
Spare Wings 466, LA Center, radar contact.
The speed's going to come up. Okay, we're going to pull the power back. 23 and 34.
Hey, LA Center, in Long Beach, there's a Lima, actually, it's a 30. I don't see Delta Charlie.
4065, just a little distracted. Taxi pilot's discretion, runway 30.
Roger, no worries.
For Mike Charlie, did you want the full approach from Catalina or just vectors to final?
If we could take direct to Wrigley, if that works for you, for Mike Charlie.
For Mike Charlie, clear direct Wrigley, cleared VOR, or GPS Bravo Catalina.
Clear GPS Bravo Catalina from Wrigley, for Mike Charlie.
Zero Juliet Papa, cleared visual approach 26 left, cleared line number 2.
Alright, 5,000. Still on heading 090.
Delta 1538 Heavy, are you ready for departure?
Let's go ahead and get the cowls into
1538 Heavy, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
mostly closed.
Delta 613, climbing to 5,000.
Seatbelt sides can come off.
Delta 613, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, climb, maintain flight level 340.
Well, maintain flight level 340, Delta 613.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached our cruise altitude of 5,000, and we've turned off the fasten seatbelt signs. Your cabin crew is going to come around shortly with a fine selection of Red Bull products and Catalina sushi. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Altitude slipped just a touch, so let's trim it up just a hair there. 23 and 34. And we're almost on that airway. As soon as we get it trimmed out, we need to figure out what's going on with our fuel situation. I've kind of jacked up the balance yet again. I knew it was. I knew 2 streams in a row with proper fuel management in the DC-3 was too much to ask of me.
Delta 4129 traffic 11 o'clock 4 miles at Douglas DC-3 5000 eastbound.
Yeah, look out for me. Don't run me over, whoever you are. LA Center, did you say a DC-3?
Traffic 11 within 12 o'clock eastbound 5000 at Douglas DC-3. Yep, we got the traffic, Delta 4129. Delta 4129, roger, turn right, heading 140 vectors to final.
Alright, 5,000's pretty well trimmed out.
Delta 430.
Almost on that airway. Heading's drifted a couple degrees right, so let me get back on that 090 proper there. Look at those last couple degrees of deviation shaken out.
Maintain flight level 370 unrestricted.
Go ahead and let Auto have the controls. Alright. Let Auto have the controls. First things first is we got to check on our fuel situation.
Unable that, turn right heading 220, join the local
Nav and level. Level I said. Level I said. Level I said. Level I said. Okay, did that. Yep.
For Mike Charlie, no traffic observed between you and the Catalina airport.
22.
Cancellation by on the ground or in the air.
And we're going to 36. The navigation step at Adam is a southbound turn.
LA Center, Delta 4021, taking clearance to descend via the Ironman 2.
Delta 4021, descend via the Ironman 2, expect ILS 24 right approach.
24 right on the approach.
Here we go. LAX area. Yeah, okay, that'll get us a little bit more zoomed in. So southbound off of Pomona, 164. So let's get that tuned in. 110.4.
Delta 613, clear stoked.
And 164.
Delta 613, say again. Clear stoked. Clear stoked, Delta 613.
So there's 160, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we still got about 12 miles to go. I think I said 36 miles out to Adam. 36 or 39, I can't. I think it's 36. Yeah, 36 miles out to Adam.
Contact LA Tower 12095 over Jetsa.
12095 over Jetsa. Delta 41.
It looks like, oh, it's Bay J actually. Bay J that we're making the turn at. That's 39. There's 36 to Adam. 38 maybe to Bay J. We'll just join the 164 southbound. That's what we'll do.
LA Center, Southwest 1564, flight level 350.
Big X says, I was in the pattern with the DC-3 at HMT a few months back. It doesn't happen every day. There's still quite a number of them flying, but yeah, they're certainly not what you call common. All right, let's get the fuel situation sorted out ASAP, guys. So left aux, we got 30. Right aux, we got 20. So we can go left aux for just a little bit.
Oscar 1550, cross 20 left at Lima, hold short 20 right.
That actually says we're in left aux. So why is the right aux leaking? Is the right aux leaking? Are we running the... no, it's not. We're running the running the left engine off the right aux. Okay.
Delta 430, Los Angeles Center, radar contact descendant, pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Okay, so we're running both engines now off of the left aux until that burns down to approximately match the right aux. And then these are fairly well balanced.
1550 Los Angeles, set
So,
your winds variable 3 or
After that gets to about 20, maybe a little less than 20, it'll be time to switch back to the mains and then leave it alone.
514 Delta Victor, Ontario, altimeter 2997. Sorry, we had to send you the long way.
2997, no problem. 54 Delta Victor.
Did you have an approach request at Catalina?
Last weather report suggested we were going to need to do the VOR. I'll check again and let you know.
Delta Victor, roger.
Okay. And 906, I think he said. Alright, let's just check an update and see if it's gotten any better.
Alaska 1942, descend and maintain 2,600.
KAVX. Well, 6 statute miles missed, so it has actually gotten a little bit better.
36,
Scattered at 100, but that's the only cloud layer reported. So if they're scattered, we may actually make that work.
124 Mike Charlie's missed approach at Catalina. I'd like to divert to John Wayne.
Well, it didn't work for Mike.
In about 5 minutes. Published missed for Mike Charlie. For Mike Charlie, radar contact, maintain 5,000.
Right.
For Mike Charlie.
So the
Allegiant 704, right, 26 right, taxi.
let's pull this over here. We don't need the airport diagram. We don't need that. We don't need that anymore. We do want to go ahead and pull up KAVX.
0 Juliet, Papa exit right when able. Do you know where you're parking or does it not matter? Alright, so
We can do VOR, DME, Bravo.
Middle taxiway there, hold short runway 1 right.
So that's got a minimum of 2220. VOR GPS Alpha has a minimum of 2580. So we'll do the Bravo. So VOR Bravo. We're not yet turning.
Allegiant 704, unable 19 left, taxi 26 right.
Check the fuel situation. Couple more minutes.
Probably. Clear direct Seal Beach.
Direct Seal Beach, 5 and 4 Delta Victor.
And John Wayne altimeter 3000.
3000, 5 and 4 Delta Victor. Seal Beach is
Lieutenant Southwest 4065, holding short 30.
Southwest 4065, winds 290 west 9 on runway 30, clear for takeoff.
30, clear for takeoff, Southwest 4065. It's gonna be
Seal Beach is going to be somewhere around to our south, so we're just going to get the heading.
Let me know when you're ready.
canceling, we'll let you know.
Just start a southbound turn.
Clear to the John Wayne Airport by radar vectors direct.
Let's
Fly,
get
press heading, maintain. Let's do 8,000.
world low. Seal Beach is somewhere over here. 115.7.
For Mike Charlie, big back correct, turn right heading 030 vectors. 030 for Mike Charlie.
So he's giving us a kind of a shortcut here. 15.7.
Alaska 1550, OS center radar contact altitude.
And let's figure out what the direct heading is.
Maintain flight level 340. Maintain flight level 340 for David.
Go ahead and pop it into nav mode there. And 19 miles and counting down. So it should be turning us to about a 2-1, almost a 220. We'll just get that matched up here just in case we need it.
It's approved this report back.
Okay.
0 Juliet Papa, turn right Delta, cross runway 26 right at Delta, left Bravo, hold short 1 right. Delta 3198, descend via the Ironman 2 arrival, expect ILS 24 right. Descend via Ironman 2, expect 24 right, Delta 3198.
JPC says you have a chance. It looked like it was going to be a hole, and just as I was about to make a play, it went IMC again. Yeah, so the latest report says 6 statute miles with scattered clouds at 100, but there were no other layers reported. So
Looking outside now, 1942.
if that layer is scattered enough, then we might be able to make it. Oh, 3000, by the way, we need to dial it.
3000, expect 20 right, former Charlie.
Charlie 7 Southwest 4065.
So we'll let them know we'll do the VOR, DME Bravo.
That was 2 at once.
Southwest 4065.
Get on 2320 uniform, say request.
Okay, so we were at...
On request.
Basically, we went
Southwest 4065, right?
Beijing, and now we're going direct Seal Beach.
Winds are the same, runway 30.
So, alright, whatever.
Southwest 4065.
Clear 524, approach runway 25 left. Greener 524, I see you. Alaska 1942, turn right, heading 140.
LA River, is that?
Right, 140, 1942.
Center Douglas 514 Delta Victor. We're going to do the VOR DME Bravo. We'll take either vectors or from the VOR, either way.
Five one four Delta Victor, Roger, I have your request.
Okay.
Clear 524, contact LA Tower 120.905. 120.905, clear 05 flow. Thank you, good day.
Smitty says, is your weather current has it reset recently? I've never had a problem with active sky and X-plane. We are not in Flight Sim 2020 tonight. We intended to be, and that didn't work out. I've never had a problem with active sky
Alaska 19.
not updating.
Disregard. Alaska 9807, descend and maintain 3,600.
Looks to me like it's consistent with what's being reported, so
3,600, Alaska 9807.
we'll see how it goes.
Fort Mike Charlie, we can do the RNAV to 20, right? RNAV Zulu. Fort Mike Charlie, clear at Clement cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 20, right approach. Truck, Clever, and at Clever cleared RNAV 20, right? Fort Mike Charlie. Yeah, Clever's the one. 8.
LA Center, Southwest 4065, airborne, passing 3,600.
Southwest 4065, Los Angeles Center, hello. Turn left heading 250 and climb and maintain 10,000.
10,000, 250 and heading Southwest 465.
Alright. How we doing with fuel? Yeah, that's good.
1942, turn right heading 250.
Right main. And left main.
Right 250, 1942.
Alaska 1942.
So we sure as hell didn't manage it very efficiently, but looks like we
Turn 280,
may have gotten there in the end somehow. Left main is a little bit more full, so we'll run that just like that, just for 1 second. Seal Beach. So he's got us going direct Seal Beach, and then really don't have a route from there because it's not at all what we filed and were cleared on initially. Presumably, we're direct to Seal to Catalina VOR from there,
360, Southwest 465.
but I don't know.
Just confirm an present heading for 250 for now.
Yes, please.
So we'll either wait to hear from him on what he wants us to do after Seal Beach,
Fort Mike Cross Cleaver and maintain 5,000.
or if we don't hear from him,
Cleaver at 5, Fort Mike Charlie.
you know, we'll kind of check in with him just to be sure.
Alaska 1942.
So with the reroute, we might actually. So we got off 10 minutes late.
Straight 25 left, for pleasure.
Was it 10 minutes late? It was 15 minutes late, maybe even.
7 miles from Lima, maintain 3,000 till established.
That was about 10 minutes, I think. But with the shortcut now, we might get in pretty much on time. Is this
1942.
what are we over top of here? Los Alamitos. I think I almost landed there once by accident when I was looking for John Wayne.
Allegiant 704, Roger.
Yeah, it makes sense because that's co-located there with Seal Beach VOR. So what is this, Victor 21? Center 514 Delta Victor after Seal Beach. I assume you want us on Victor 21.
4 Delta Victor, affirmative.
Roger.
Do you expect vectors for the VOR, Bravo?
Roger.
Southwest 4065, clear at Corres, resume the departure.
Alright, so 221 is our current heading.
807, turn right, heading 140 vectors to final.
Alright, 140, vectors final, Alaska
Pop it into heading mode. Well, first of all, let's sync up the headings. There we go. Put it into heading mode. Victor 21 as we depart Seal Beach is, what's that say? 202? Yep, okay. No, don't need that. Don't need that. Put it back. Thank you. So 202 on the outbound side. We passed it already? No, we're still headed to it. Okay.
National Cargo 130 heavy descent and maintain 3,600.
So I assume that's
maintain 3,600, National Cargo 130 heavy.
200 and then 1 and 2. Alright, so there we go. We'll make our 20-degree left. As we catch it on the outbound side, there we go. Let auto catch that for us. Smitty, I need to get that set up. I don't know how to do that. Don't know how to do that. I will tell you what I'm seeing. Well, I'll tell you what. I can, you're just going to keep doing it until it works. Alright, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
9807, 8 miles from Lima, maintain 3,000 until established, cleared ILS 25 left approach.
Dana, 3,000 to establish, cleared ILS 25.
2900 at 5, 6 statute miles missed and scattered at 100.
Clear to the Los Angeles International Airport, radar vectors Quang, Ventura, Victor 299, Sadie, Victor 107, Santa Monica direct, maintain 4,000, expect 11,000, 5 minutes after departure, Squawk 7150.
Field elevation there is about 1,600. Let's go ahead and brief this approach. 111.4 and 172. 1,600 is the field elevation. 2220 is the minimums. It is a circling minimum because it does not come straight into the runway. It comes in, kind of offset there. It's a runway 22, so it's kind of a 45-degree angle. Missed approach is 3,400 direct Santa Catalina VOR, and the hold there is left turns on a 015. And then the other thing is if we land 22 and turn off left,
the offload route instead of the normal route.
turn off to the left if we do make it down. So right now, rendering pretty good conditions. If we get closer, it's probably going to update to the nearest METAR station. So it's probably going to change. 2505, port up to it.
Southwest 4065, say again. Was that a chorus, the right? 4065, chorus, then on nav.
Alright.
Beautiful, thanks.
Heading, let's go ahead and get it set up. 111.4 and 172.
Delta 1538, did you want to step away?
We're going to get 111.4 on the mist as well, because we'll do 111.4 and then the inbound is 015 on the hold in case we need to do it.
Allegiant 704, LA Center, radar contacts the altitude. Allegiant 704, climate restricted.
So there's 010. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
ILS 26 left. Sunset 4, ILS 26
The
left.
approach course is a 172, so we'll spin that around here. There's 170, 71, 72. Seems like you can get us down to 3,400. So if we're only descending 1,600 feet,
For Mike Charlie, runway 20 right, clear to land, winds at John.
1.6 times 3.5. We only need 5.6 miles to do it. 19 miles in. Inbound.
4 Delta Victor, fly heading 200, join the final approach course.
Alright, 200, join final approach course 5 Delta Victor.
National Cargo 130 heavy, turn right, heading 140 vectors to final. Right, 140 vectors to final. National
Getting ready to fly this thing by ourselves, guys, so bear with me on the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, just about to start our descent in the Catalina, so return to your seats, please, fasten your seatbelts. Weather is currently just in the high 40s with some mist and fog and light winds. The cabin crew is going to come around one last time to collect trash, take care of everything last minute needs. Thanks again for flying Slant Alpha Airways. Seatbelt signs coming on, guys.
Delta 399, leave from airspace, Denver on, flying radio service terminated, frequency change approved.
Radio altimeter set to 10x. Mix still in auto ridge, we never leaned it. Tail wheel is locked. Fuel pumps can go on.
Down to 3,600 is 210, down to 4021.
Delta 4021, roger, just going to maintain 2,600 now.
Down to 2,600.
National Cargo 130 heavy, turn
At
right,
5 miles, we can be at 2,300. Since we're being vectored in, we're not going to do that course reversal. 5 miles, we can be at 2,300. So we're going to go 5 minus 2.3, so we're going to descend 2.7. We're going to start that at, yeah, we need 9 miles to do that. We're going to end at 5, so we're going to start at basically at 15 miles, which is where we're at now. So we would want to, kind of want to be descending. He hasn't given us clearance to do that yet, though. But as soon as he does, we are going to...
For Mike Charlie, if I didn't give it to you, I thought I did. Runway 20 right, clear to land. He did, 20 right, clear to land, for Mike Charlie.
As soon as he gives us a descent, we need to take it.
Yeah, 395 center, roger. 4 Delta Victor, descend, maintain 2,300.
2,305 for Delta Victor. Alright, flying it for real, guys. Again, bear with me in the chat. You guys can start throwing some predictions into the chat for the second landing. Again, if you are participating in the contest, just a number into the chat, positive or negative, is fine. We don't need a bot command. We'll give you 500 points minus the difference in terms of the vertical descent rate at the moment the wheels touch down. If you participated in round 1, you're eligible for the prize. If you didn't participate in round 1, you're not yet mathematically eliminated, but unlikely to win. But you're sure as heck welcome to participate just for the funsies of it.
160 vectors to final.
160 vectors to final, Delta 42.
Delta for Delta Victor, 5 miles from Wrigley, maintain 2,300 till established, cleared VOR Bravo.
At 2,300 till established, clear for the VOR Bravo, 5 more Delta Victor.
For Delta Victor, no traffic observed between you and the Avalon Airport. Frequency change approved, report cancellation if I am on the ground or in the air this frequency.
Frequency change approved, and we'll report back on this frequency, 5 more Delta Victor. Alright, let's 22.8. So 2,300. Still don't quite have the airport in sight, and not quite on that final approach course yet either. Now we're starting to see some clouds pop in. Catalina traffic, Douglas 514 Delta Victors, 8 miles out on the VOR Bravo, intending runway 22 Catalina. At 2,300 as low as we can go until 5 miles. I'm still trying to get that final approach course to come in too. I feel like he gave me a very kind of a weird intercept for it. I'll be curious to check the ground track on this. I feel like he gave me kind of an interesting intercept for this. Okay, let's make sure we fly it by the numbers, guys. Okay, now that course is starting to come in. Alright, so we're within 5 miles. We can go down to minimums, which is 2220. So basically 2300 anyway. Yep, and there we go. That's kind of what we were expecting. Should be on a 172, going no lower than 2300 essentially. I'm not gonna sweat the last 80 feet here. Steering back to get back on that final approach course. We're 24. Oh, got it back in sight. Okay, we're not in any position to land on it. Catalina traffic, Douglas 514 Delta Victor, so go on the missed approach. Straight out runway 22, Catalina. Yeah, we never really got the speed let off. We never really got configured. Pattern altitude would be 2600. It's a right pattern to runway 22. So let's try it. We can get up to 20, so we can 2500. Maybe we can cheat down by 100 feet here. Might be able to fly a right pattern and do this. Catalina traffic, Douglas 514 Delta Victor's on the right crosswind. We're going to do close traffic to runway 22 Catalina. Alright, so 22 is the runway heading, so 31 would be the crosswind. We're 120 knots now, we can go flaps 1. Add a little power back in. Drifting up. Let's keep it to 26. We're increasing the prop pitch. Actually decreasing the prop pitch. About 100 knots, that's fine. Alright, let's turn our downwind. So if that's a 3-1, we're going to be turning to 0-4. You can go lower with runway in sight. Yeah, I'm trying to maintain kind of a decent pattern altitude. So we'll cheat it down by 100 feet here. Cheat it down to 2500. I mean, I could go to the published minimums of 2280, 2220, maybe 2220. So I can, you know, kind of do that if I need to. And maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll stick with 23. All right, so we're on that right downwind. Can we still see the runway? Hopefully. Yeah, it's nestled in the nook over there. Oh, 23. 23, and we'll keep it to 100 knots. Catalina traffic, Douglas 514 Delta Victor's right downwind, midfield, runway 22, Catalina. You see, it wants to go back to fog. If we get around on the pattern and we don't feel comfortable with it, I think we might just need to go mist. We'll go mist in the mist, guys. Got some cheer bits from off-scheduled descent. Below 100, let's go gear. Flaps 2. Catalina traffic, Douglas 514 Delta Victor's right base. Runway 22, Catalina. Alright, base is 22, that means 13 is going to be our, I'm sorry, yeah, runway heading is 22, means 13 is going to be our base heading. I think we might be able to pull this off, guys. Last call for those predictions. Gonna get flaps 3. Props are full. Alright, let's get flaps 4. 75 knots on final. .70 of the numbers. Kind of coming in low and shallow. Yeah, 70 knots. Touch of power back in, get as stable as we can. I think we're a little high, it's a pretty narrow runway. That's a pretty bad optical illusion here with that too. You're gonna end up too low without realizing it. I think we're looking good here, guys. I'm liking it. Little on the low side, oh boy. Well, 174 is going to be the initial touch. A little bit of a bounce to it. Yeah, I kind of got dangerously low right there at the end. Managed to keep it down though. Lap stow will be ready to make the left turn off. Do need to get back on the. Do need to get back on center's frequency and report down. Yeah, I felt like it was looking good, and then at the last minute, I felt like I was kind of coming in a little low and steep. A little bit of an optical illusion. I've watched a real-world video of a instructor taking her student out here, and she said that too. Like, just the way this thing is sloped, and the narrowness of the runway. It's, especially if you're used to flying in these, huge SoCal airports with these nice wide runways, it can definitely trick your eye. I think that happened to me. All right, let's do it. Anti-collision off. Landing lights off, taxi light on, pitot heat off. Fuel pumps, cals can go open. And let's get back on to 25.8. Cancel IFR.
Delta 168, climb maintain flight level 360.
And remember, we left about 10 minutes late, but then we got shortcutted, so we might be okay time-wise.
Cleared ILS 24 right approach. 180 knots to jets cleared on the...
A little bit tight here in the ramp. I probably don't see a lot of DC-3s here. Find a nice open spot. Center 5 and 4 Delta Victor's down at Catalina. Cancel IFR.
4 Delta Victor, nice job, thanks. IFR cancellation received. Have a good one.
Center American 730, can I expect Q4 right or Q4 left?
American
I
730,
think we'll put it in the grass kind of right next to this little Cessna here.
Alaska 1550, contact Oakland Center 132.2, good night. 132.2, good day, 1550. Short wings 466, descend and maintain 8,000. Descend and maintain 8,000. Delta 430 Heavy, Los Angeles Center.
And we'll definitely watch the replay into this one too.
210 knots or less.
Delta 430, 210 knots or less.
Delta 3198, contact tower 12095 over Jetsa, good night. 12095 over Jetsa.
Nice weather update. Perfect timing. The Catalina Curse, guys.
Okay, going to tower.
Active Sky helping us out with that one, that's for sure. Making up for the crap that we had to deal with at the beginning of the stream.
Alaska 9807, thanks for your patience. Turn left heading 360.
Yeah, man. Let's tally those scores. Parking brake is on. Taxi light is off. Yeah, was that not the perfect timing for that update, guys? Well, that definitely would have put us missed if that had come in just a few minutes ago. The June gloom says off schedule descent. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's finish the shutdown, guys, and then we'll tally up some scores. Taxi light off, parking brake on, tail wheel can go back into the locked position.
Sterling 466, airport.
Transponder can get shut off.
9 o'clock, 11 miles.
Whoops, 1,
Sterling 466, cleared visual approach
2, 0, and 0.
Southwest 1564.
We'll shut down both the left and the right mixed magnetos and generators. Seatbelt signs can come off. We forgot that last time. Doors can be opened up. There you guys go. Can start piling out. Watch yourselves across the taxiway, folks. Just look out for any other air traffic. Get the trim reset.
Alaska 9807.
The trim is reset. And check fuel and ETA. So the ETA here, 10:57 Eastern Time on the ground, 11:02 on the blocks. And yeah, we're about 10 minutes late, and we took off maybe about 10 minutes late. So the ETA worked out actually pretty well. Supposed to have 860 pounds left over, 143 gallons. Let's see what it looks like in terms of gallons.
Wings 466, winds common, like
Yeah.
26
Of course, once again, I forgot and left the left main running. So, we got
Alaska 9807, join the local.
20, 40, say 38, 37,
Alaska 9807.
37, 47, 50,
Maintain 3000.
say 50 gallons plus. Yeah, so we got about 100 gallons left.
Maintain 3000.
And
Alaska 9807.
chart says I should have 143 gallons. So did we wind up that short?
25 left approach.
Or is it something off again? 860 pounds? What does it say we have? 607. So yeah, we're a little bit, I guess probably because we were at such a low altitude, we wound up less fuel efficient than expected. And again, watch the fuel management because I try to balance it and I end up making it worse. So, got to get that right. I got that perfectly right in the previous stream, the stream that we landed at Gibraltar. And that's probably the one and only time I've correctly managed that fuel. So we got lucky there, guys.
64 cross 2, 6 right at Alpha 7, right, Bravo.
All right, levers can come down. Radio master and inverter can come off. The no smoking light can come off. Nav and beacon lights can come off. Fuel tanks can go into the aux position. I'm sorry, the off position. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to catch up with the chat messages in just a few, and then, of course, I got to tally up those scores for you, see who's the big winner of the giveaway night. Cows can go into closed, and then while they're spinning up there, we can go ahead and get the battery switch off and the doors closed. All right, so there we are parked, and let's do this first. Go ahead and scroll back through the chat and catch up on a few of the messages. I'll just skim through and get the highlights. Got a bunch of predictions, obviously, we got to put in. Yeah, so we knew the weather was not too favorable, but we got lucky. We got in here and just in a little bit of a hole. So that worked out kind of perfectly. We did get the cheer bits from off-scheduled descent. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, going mist in the mist, says Melvin Leroy, right. And what else we got? 174 was the actual. And JPC made it down at John Wayne. Didn't win the weather lottery on his end. All right, so let's get those scores tallied up, guys. 174. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, let's get the score sheet over here. And let's see how we did. 174 again, a little bit of a firm one, plus a bounce on that. But we'll see how it shook out for you guys. Jay Smitty, 147. Rob Valkyrie had all kinds of faith. He thought I was going to do it 13 feet per minute on this tiny ass little narrow strip. 342 said JPC. Papa Charlie with the 123. 128 with says not JK. Still Jay Smitty's game here, guys. Big Yak said 185. That's going to be a good one. Oh, but not quite enough to unseat Jay Smitty. Melvin with the 99. Downwind Sim? Okay, he missed round one, I think. No, he didn't. He's up there. Downwind Sim with the 115. Yeah, so far still looking like Jay Smitty's game. Dave MSP with the 135. Now still about 11 points behind Smitty. Good Fixins with the 110. $147 says Bamsler. I think we knew that Stab to the Face wasn't going to make it in. That's going to do it, guys. That makes Smitty the winner. Does it not? There it is. That's right. Off-scheduled descent's got the Slant Alpha t-shirt. John Smitty is going to be our big winner. God, Smitty, hit me up on our Discord with the prize of your choice, man. Let's bring over the prize vault. You've got all these to choose from. You got the 3XL black sweatshirt. You got the black t-shirts in a variety of different sizes there. You can let me know which one you'd like. If you'd like the ball cap in white that's hanging up behind me, you can have one of those. I got the mouse pad that is this here. This is what it looks like with the white stripes at the top and the bottom, but the branding came out beautifully on the mouse pad, I think. The coffee mug, there's one hanging up behind me, and then, of course, the old standards, which are the $25 Amazon or X-Plane gift cards. So if you don't want my crap, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you'd rather have one of the gift cards. But go ahead and hit me up on Discord with the information of what you'd like and how I can get it to you. All right. Let us do a couple of other little housekeeping things and see what we got going on as far as Well, let's see. Okay, yeah, kind of just trying to get an idea where we're going to send the stream afterwards, and I think I've got it all sorted out there. Okay, let us go ahead and do our replay, though. Oh, yep. X-Pilot has disconnected me. Rightfully so. Oh yeah, the JPC reminding us about the Virtual USA Flying Club. Okay. Guys, check them out. If you're a VATSIM member and you enjoy general aviation flying. Okay, now the funny thing is, now the weather has depreciated. So let's go ahead and shut off active sky and get some clear conditions back so we can see this approach. And let's check it out from the outside. Let's skip it ahead a little bit here. There she were. And we know, yeah, it felt like the descent angle was pretty good, and then toward the end it just kind of dropped out from under me, and I definitely had to put a lot of power back in to save it, but it wasn't too hard to hit. It's gonna be a pretty firm landing with a little bit of a bounce there. No, actually not that bad, really. Actually not that bad. Looked a lot like our landing at Gibraltar the other night, in fact. Let's wind that back. Let's wind it back a little bit more. There we go. Let's see what... yeah, a little on the low side right at the end there. Duck! Oh my god. Yeah, and then of course had to kind of keep it heading down the center. So yeah. Like I said, it was definitely not perfectly executed, but we survived it. That's the good news. All right, very cool. All right, so thanks again for checking us out tonight. We appreciate you flying along with us. Congratulations to our big winner, Jay Smitty. Kept right on the numbers. SJ Fedor is here. What's going on, man? If you are who I think you are, then it's good to hear from you, my brother. So thanks for stomping in there at the last second. Appreciate you being here, man. All right, so we are a general aviation flying stream that mostly flies Mondays and Friday nights. We are off schedule this week. Off schedule descent. You know, I threw your name in there just as a plug. We're off schedule this week and also traveling over the weekend, so we won't make our Monday stream either. So we're off tomorrow. We're off Monday. We will be back on Tuesday. Back in this Douglas. It'll be the third stream in a row in the Douglas DC-3. We're resuming that Mediterranean tour, the Douglas Overseas series that we just did an episode of this past Tuesday. So again, this coming Tuesday we'll do the next one. We'll depart out from Gibraltar. We're going to do some island hopping in the Mediterranean on the islands of Ibiza, Mallorca, and Menorca. So it's a 3-hopper on Tuesday the 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The next one after that is going to be Friday the 19th. The last time we did a slant whiskey flight in Denver, we wound up taxiing for an hour. We are going to tempt fate again. Tempting fate is just something I've seemed to do lately on this stream. So we'll boot up the VATSIM 727. We'll take it back to Denver. We landed in Boise when Melvin and I flew that together. So we'll depart it from Boise. We'll take it down to Denver for the Denver Winter FNO, and then we'll continue it on to Lincoln, Nebraska. So we'll see how bad the delays are in Denver this time. Hopefully not as bad as last time. Like I said, we had a 1-hour taxi out delay when Melvin and I flew that same bird, the VATSIM 727, from Denver out to Seattle, and then wound up having to divert to Boise because of low fuel. So those are the next couple ones coming up. You can check us out on our social media page, Facebook or Twitter, if you kind of want to see what's coming up in the short term. If you want to see the full show schedule, it's down below there. Down below the window on the About tab, or it's over on our Discord server, which you can join. It's also posted on our Facebook page. So, yep. So that is that. Yeah, Jay Smitty was the winner. How close was the final? 966 we have any others in the 900s? Yes, so Dave MSP we knew was pretty good. He was in the 950s. It looks like he's number 2. 948, not JK, right behind him. And then we had a 927, a 918, and a 905. So yeah, Jay Smitty actually an 11-point victory there, so not too bad. Very good. And I think Jay Smitty, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you might be a first-time winner on the channel as well. But either way, whether you are or are not, happy to have you picking up a prize tonight. And again, just go ahead and let me know which one you'd like. Oh, so yeah, SJ says, yeah, just got into Philly. Sorry I missed it. Yep, absolutely. Good to see you here either way, man. And Faring Fan says, you got to wear a mustache. I'm assuming you mean mask. When you're dying alone in the desert in Hong Kong, I have no idea. You've lost me on that. I'm not sure what that is a reference to, or if somebody else said something that's a response to. I missed it. We got the follow there from Schneidibs. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you stopping in at the last second. And again, so we'll hope to check you out next Tuesday, 8 p.m. as we get back to it from Gibraltar, right here in this very same Douglas DC-3. All right, guys, in the meantime, do stay tuned. We're going to throw the stream over to our friend Ground Point Niner. If you'd like to see how this thing operates, this VATSIM network operates from the standpoint of the radar scope, Ground Point Niner is a great one to ask. We got the follow there from SJ Fedor. So thank you again for that. So Ground Point Niner is streaming Kansas City Center. He's controlling Kansas City Center on VATSIM right now. And he's a great resource as far as learning about how this thing looks from the air traffic controller side. Tons and tons of education and experience on the matter. So check him out and give him some love from our channel. And channel's a big family gathering. That's right. Anyway, so yeah, stay tuned for Ground Point Niner. We'll go ahead and throw the channel over to him, and we will see you on Tuesday. Like I said, traveling this weekend, so I won't be back until Tuesday, but we will see you then. Tuesday from Gibraltar, right there at the mouth of the Mediterranean. Until then, guys, have a great Valentine's Day weekend. Kiss your sweetheart for me if you have one. And if you don't have a sweetheart, kiss your hand. And in the meantime, be healthy and safe in your own travels and your own adventures. And we will talk to you soon.